Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Witness Media for some live Bluffton Tiger football. We're here in Middletown, Indiana at Greenfield and Shenandoah High School. I'm Michael Vanderkolk, joined by Brandon Lockwood. Brandon, good for you to be joining us today. What are you kind of thinking about this season so far, quick?
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting season. We got a lot of returners coming back. I know the guys are pumped up, ready to go.
Yeah, we got Aiden Teeple back up on camera tonight. Looking forward to getting this season rolling. First time matchup here, I believe regular season, at least in the John Harrell kind of recorded history, but we were just chatting with the Bluffton football camera operator, Andy Alt, kind of bragging a little bit his senior year. Back in 1994, the Shenandoah Raiders visited Fred F. Park Field for some sectional football action. I think he was bragging a little bit, right, Brandon?
Yeah, I think he only threw about 2 passes, he said, but I think he liked that.
Yeah, so a little bit different game style here as we've got a little bit more air raid, I think, from both teams, this, especially coming from last year, and just kind of seeing how the game has evolved over time.
Yeah, I mean, we still got two-headed monster with Cooper Craig and Kamel Moore, but I think they're going to throw the ball up in the air this year.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit more about all that, kind of break down what the Bluffton Tigers bring back, who they lost from last season, and a little bit of a glimpse at the Shenandoah Raiders, kind of what they did last season, who they hope to kind of make a big impact on the gridiron this fall. And we're here on the Christian Care Retirement Community pregame show. We'll be back after a quick word from some sponsors and get rolling here with some game preview.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's one-car, two-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance. And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the two-car garage/rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
At Mosier Motors, we got you covered. From plug-in hybrids to full electric vehicles.
From small trucks to the F-150 all the way up to Super Duties, Mosier Motors has got you covered.
From small SUVs to mid-size SUVs up to large SUVs, Mosier Motors has you covered.
And be sure to come in and check out our lineup of Lincolns.
Heavy-duty mechanics trucks with welders, air compressors, and cranes. Dump trucks in every size. You need to move a couple thousand gallons of water? We got the truck. Full commercial shop for your heavy truck service needs. When you think about it, Mosier Ford has a vehicle for almost every single application.
Sharing happiness, displaying confidence, and promoting health. Your smile does a lot for you.
And at Riverstone Dental, we make smiles happen.
Across 2 locations at Riverstone Dental, our compassionate dentists and caring staff provides unparalleled care to patients of all ages. Using the latest technology and procedures, we offer an extensive list of general dentistry services. Whether you're stopping in for your routine cleaning and checkup, or you need restorative care, including implants, crowns, bridges, and more, we'll provide quick, comfortable care. Additionally, we perform orthodontic procedures as well. With traditional metal braces or the convenient Invisalign system, we can help you perfect your beautiful smile. Riverstone Dental. We make smiles happen.
At FM Investment Services, we continue to serve and advise our clients with dedication and experience, and our team includes 2 registered investment professionals. Lee Flickinger, with over 30 years of experience helping clients navigate their financial journeys, and Lori Garwood, bringing more than 25 years of investment expertise to the table. Together, Lee and Lori are committed to helping you achieve your financial goals, and supporting them is Tina Marbaugh, administrative assistant, who has 4.5 years of experience in the investment field. Call us today, 260-368-9939 to schedule your consultation. FM Investment Services, experience you can trust, advice you can count on. If you're looking for new flooring, K&N Carpet has been locally owned and family operated for over 50 years. Owners Mike and Ella Clifton, along with their amazing staff, take great pride in serving you. Check out our showroom for a variety of manufacturers and distributors consisting of carpet, hardwood, ceramic, laminate, vinyl, LVT, and area rugs. K&N Carpet is the only Mohawk Floorscapes dealer in the Fort Wayne area. So give us a call at 260-639-3591 and come see the experts in flooring at 12108 US 27 South, or check us out on Facebook.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also a double-pane window that apparently weighs 800 pounds owner, an inconveniently located electrical outlet owner, and a kitchen floor made for triple axles owner. Fortunately, you're also an American Standard owner, which means you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going, no matter what happens. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Or American Standard dealer, Don Myers, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
When you walk through our doors, you'll find smiling faces, exceptional service, and a sense of family. With trusted financial solutions tailored to you. Discover the difference today. Financial Partners Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA. So you think you found the right guy on social media? It could be that person isn't who you thought they were. If you don't give out your personal information, you won't be a victim of fraud. A message brought to you by Financial Partners Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christian Care Retirement Community pregame show. Christian Care Retirement Community is a nonprofit organization dedicated to enriching senior living with Christian values and compassionate quality care. We provide a wide assortment of comfortable living options for various needs with 3 levels of care. Call 260-565-3000 to see how we can enrich your or your loved ones' lives. So, Brandon, as we get rolling, we've got about 20 minutes to go in this pregame show. One thing that we always like to kind of do, especially season opener, right? Like, acknowledge those seniors who graduated. But at the same time, like, there really was just a handful. I believe that was Tyler Beer, Pierston Morgan, Gabe Ball, Tavin Freeze, and Draven Shoemaker. And, like, really, like, out of those, like, Tavin and Draven were really the 2 that seem to be, like, those every down type of guys. But, like, what kind of impact, what kind of hole are they leaving for this Tiger squad?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, I'm sure, were multiple-year starters, so you're missing that key experience coming into a Friday night football game. But, you know, it's time for these other guys to step up. But, you know, you still leave them in your memory, you know, going into the next year. But, like, these guys set the tone.
Yeah, and, like, with that, those guys coming back, like, again, you just graduate just a handful of guys, so that means you have a lot of experience. And for the Tigers, I mean, they have 14 seniors on this roster. And it's not even just the seniors. Like, you look at the juniors and sophomores and freshmen, like, it's well spread out. Like, you got double digits of each class, but 14 seniors. And we look at this defensive starting lineup, like, it's just senior heavy.
Yes, very senior heavy. 14, that dang near probably might be a program history. I mean, with 14 seniors. I don't even think in my year, in 2018, we had 10. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a lot of senior. That's a lot of youth, you know, senior leadership. coming back on the sideline.
Yeah, and like with this group too, like they've seen a lot of success. Freshman year, sectional champions. Sophomore year, sectional champions. Junior year, #1 ranked team in the state. May have just been for 1 week, but still, like the first time in program history, like huge accomplishments that this team has faced. Now they're coming in the senior year. Lots of kind of potential, lots of excitement, and against a new opponent. What do you kind of like see like going in against a new opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's exciting to play someone new. You know, we usually that week 1 is against Northfield, or last year it was Blackhawk, but I think it's exciting to play someone new just because it's something different. Like you get to see new kids, new offenses, new defenses. I think that's very exciting. But at the same time, I think it's about just you got to worry about you because it's a long bus ride. You're coming down. You're playing someone new. It might be a little nervous. You don't know how the field condition's going to be. But when it hits in about 17 minutes, it's all about us.
Yeah. I fully agree. And, like, I know these guys have been watching game film. They've been kind of figuring out who these guys are for Shenandoah. And when I look at their stats from last year, I mean, they 6-5 record, so kind of even with where the Tigers were last year at 6-4. But just kind of like there's two guys, like they graduated a lot. Like they graduated their main receiving targets, but they bring back their all-purpose guy with Jarrett Hellman. And that's not just offense, but that's offense and defense. Like he's their leading tackler, he's their leading rusher, he's their quarterback, and he can just do just about anything and everything for these Raiders. But then, to me, I see Cash Cowley as that next man up. Like he was, I believe he's the 3rd most touchdowns on the team last year. Also 47 tackles, an interception, 6.5 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Like these two guys, like the Tigers are going to have to find some way to stop.
Yeah, 2 great seasons from those guys. They're coming back. They're bigger, stronger. A little bit wiser, I like to say. But those guys, those would be the 2 main targets that we got to stop on offense.
And speaking of another year of being stronger, bigger, faster, stronger, what about the Tiger line?
Yeah. I mean, last year it was just very, very youthful, and now these guys are coming back. Let me look here. We got.
Yeah.
Here we are. Here. Yep. Junior. Sophomore that started last year for us. Junior center. Sophomore probably played last year too as well. And then you'll be coming in with Wyatt Holmes.
Yeah.
So 9th grader freshman.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be junior Zane Betts under center for the Tigers, or at center for the Tigers. Grayson Crowder, Austin Bennett, Cooper Jenkins. Mason Fox is going to be in there as like that senior leader. But yeah, Wyatt Holmes. So it's like Wyatt's a freshman, but you see him walking around like you're going to think that kid's a senior.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that kid's had a beard since he's been about 13. So.
Yeah, I've seen that kid play some basketball. I was like, man, I would not want to post up against him. And so it's something where it's excited to see what this line can do. Again, like there were times where it almost seemed like they got exposed a little bit due to the youth last year, but they also got that seasoning, and that seasoning and experience. Sometimes the only way you can get better is to be thrown to the wolves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard to, you come in freshman and you get thrown into a starting lineup because of injuries, or you just earn that spot. But there's nothing that beats time actually playing on Friday night.
Yeah, and as like kind of seeing too, like this time that these guys have put in. I mean, I look at the backfield for the Tigers. I mean, Axon Best is the do-it-all quarterback, right? He's the Swiss Army knife of quarterbacks. He can run, he can throw, he can scramble, he can break tackles, he can block. Then you throw in Cooper Craig and Kamel Moore. Like, how does a defense prepare for that offensive? Really, I feel like it's a hydra in a way.
Yeah, no, it's hard because you try to set up during practice that type of body build, his quickness, his shiftiness, maybe he's more of a power back. And then you throw in another guy that's completely opposite of him. So it's kind of hard to who do you spend your time on, Yeah. It's like, all right, we got a swift, fast back, and then we got a guy that's going to run right down your throat. So how do you I don't know. It's hard. You just kind of just say, and then they don't know based off film from last year because it's week 1 and new opponent. Who do we say is going to be the starter?
Exactly, yeah. Well, then even like if you do stop the run, Well, then the Tigers have some weapons out wide. A.J. Streveler's a 4-year starter for the Tigers and just makes some spectacular catches. Then you get Eli Birch, a state qualifying high jumper as a junior, coming in. He's going to be a deep threat. He's going to be able to go up and, I guess, moss some people. I'm excited to kind of see that happening. Trey Bustos, Parker Barnes. I think Maddox White is going to get some reps as a freshman. You got some quick athletes. It's going to be kind of fun to see what this Tiger offense can do.
Yeah, I think this is one of the most stacked wide receiving groups that we've had in quite a long time. Like you said, you got AJ, you got Eli, you got other guys that are, not the main focus, but they're still going to get the ball and be able to provide.
Yeah. So we're going to take another quick break here on this Christian Care Retirement Community pregame show. We'll come back, take a look at some Shenandoah players to watch out for, some stat leaders returning for this Raider squad, and maybe highlight a few individual Bluffton guys as well, all on Witness Media.
When I wear Betsy's clothes, I feel confident. I feel like everything is very flattering. It's stylish, but yet modest. Her actual brand, those are my favorite clothes. Betsy stands out because her prices stay consistent. I like that she keeps her prices affordable, but I also like that it's trendy stuff too. So if you have an event coming up, you can always find something fun, something colorful, something different that not everybody else is going to have.
At Decatur Dental Services, all of our offices provide complete dental care, including crowns, bridges, and dentures, teeth whitening, orthodontics and Invisalign, restorations, preventative care, cosmetics, and sports mouth guards. In Decatur, Botox and Juvederm are available as well. We have offices in Decatur, Geneva, Berne, Bluffton, and Warren to serve you. To learn more about our doctors, office hours, and insurance information, please visit DecaturDentalIN.com or like us on Facebook. New patients are always welcome, as are patient referrals, so contact us today.
For over 70 years, Bixler Insurance has provided financial protection for our communities.
We will protect your auto, home, farm, and business of any size.
We can protect your family with a life insurance policy and help navigate your health insurance options, including Medicare and marketplace products.
The world of insurance definitely has its ups and downs.
But as an independent agency, we have strong relationships with several companies to meet your specific needs.
Stop by or call us in Berne, Geneva, Decatur, Portland, or Woodburn.
When you order an East of Chicago pizza, you get a pizza done right. A delicious East of Chicago pizza is created with dough made fresh every morning, your choice of thin or specialty crust, a savory blend of cheeses, and the tastiest toppings. For a limited time, you can enjoy a delicious large 2-topping pizza from East of Chicago for just $9.99. Available in Berne for a limited time. The next time you order pizza in Berne, remember, East of Chicago is pizza done right.
Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Bluffton is where power meets adventure. From Ram trucks built to work to Chryslers built for your family and Jeeps built to explore, we've got it all. Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Your road starts here.
Apartment living at its best with an exceptional location and affordable living. Located on 000 Road in Berne, Eastview Apartments are currently offering spacious 2-bedroom apartment homes with full-size washer, dryer, range, refrigerator, dishwasher, disposal, free maintenance, private entrances, balcony or patio, and much more. Please call 260-589-8602 for further information. We know you will be proud to call Eastview Apartments your home.
Are you in the market for a used vehicle, or are you looking for a rental van or trailer? CMA Truck and Auto provides a variety of vehicles in a variety of price ranges, and Swiss City Vans offers rental services for a range of equipment. We invite you to visit us in person at the south edge of Berne on US 27, or to visit us online at cmatruckandauto.com, where you can sort our inventory by price range. You can also visit our Facebook page, where we keep in touch with our customers and promote giveaways. Enjoy the vehicle buying process without hidden fees or high-pressure sales at CMA.
At First Bank of Berne, we believe strong local communities are good for everyone. It's why we invest in the lives and dreams of the people, businesses, and farmers in our hometowns. When you bank locally, our communities prosper because money is deposited, invested, and spent locally. At First Bank of Berne, improving the financial futures of those in our local communities is at the heart of everything we do.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media here at Greenfield in Middletown at Shenandoah High School. Got a nice little look at some very faithful Bluffton Tiger fans, including some cross-country runners who may have a bus ride at 6:45 in the morning tomorrow. So hopefully they get well rested and get ready to run. But as we kind of get rolling here, we can't talk about the excitement of this season without really talking about how that bitter taste in the mouth from last year. The Tigers started out 6-0, like we kind of said earlier, got ranked number 1 in the state. Coming into tonight's game, ranked number 10 in the coaches poll. But that loss against Heritage and then the loss against Adams Central and then the loss that we called together against Franklin County, that heartbreaker against Franklin County, and then that draw against the eventual state champs, Adams Central, in round 1 of sectional. Just that bitter taste in the mouth. So, what do you got to do to kind of just, forget about it, right? So I always like watching. I don't know if you're a fan of Ted Lasso.
Oh, yeah.
But be the mind of a goldfish, right? Mm-hmm. You can't really dwell on the stuff that happened last season. You got to really just worry about what's right in front of you. But it didn't seem like that bitterness lasted long for the Tigers. I mean, last year, the 24-25 athletic year, just as a whole, just one of the most fun ones to be a part of as a Bluffton fan. Grateful to be a part of it as a coach and broadcaster as well. But the Tigers, just as a school, the school's been around for 142 years. I know the IJSA hasn't been that long either, but the Bluffton won 9 ACAC titles. And then they also won, 5 sectionals, 5 sectional championships. That's got to be one of the best seasons in school history.
Yeah.
And these football players, they were sprinkled around in all that success as well. And it's just kind of something fun to be a part of. And one thing that's never happened, ACAC champion football team. Obviously, this is week 1. They still got the Jets. They're ranked number 1 in the state coming into the season. They're the defending state champions, so you can't get too far ahead. But it's something where, if it's going to happen, it might just have to be in 2025. You've been a part of some strong athletic teams, coached by Coach Kunkel. I mean, just kind of looking over there, 2015, 2016 sectional champion track team. State 5th place as a team, thanks to Wayne Eskridge. But what does it take going into a season, expecting success, and then going in and delivering upon it?
Yeah, I think it's about you don't want to not forget about that success from last year, but you want it to carry into the next year. You got to keep the confidence rolling. I know these guys are ready to play tonight after all that track season and all the summer workouts. They're ready to go.
Yeah. So as we kind of start wrapping up this pregame show, what were some, as we look at last year's stats, I know Bluffton's missing a couple games on max preps, but what were some of these stats? They seem kind of like neck and neck in a lot of ways.
Yeah. One thing about Shenandoah, passed for 219 attempts, completed on 114 of those. Bluffton, 90 for 126. Now we look at the other side. Now we're rushing, right? Bluffton, 245 carries for 1,294 yards, while Shenandoah had 114 carries and 1,431 yards. And then also, looking at points per game for Shenandoah, 22.3, with Bluffton with 28.8. Points allowed per game for Shenandoah was 23.3, and Bluffton at 23. Yeah. So pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I think one thing to definitely consider in all that, too, Bluffton definitely running the clock out a lot of times as they had a lot of the big leads. But we're going to take our final break for the anthem and be back on Witness Media.
This is Ben Berman, your local State Farm insurance agent. As a Wells County resident for over a decade, my goal is to help my neighbors get the insurance coverage they need. I prioritize small town values like community, customer service, and lending a helping hand. Call for a quote, visit our office, or request an online quote today. From home, auto, renters, or life insurance, my team can help you protect what matters most.
Do you have sports injuries, knee pain, shoulder pain, headaches, arthritis pain, or just want to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Reynolds Chiropractic is the answer. Dr. Jade utilizes gentle, low-force, instrument-assisted, and hands-on adjusting. Dr. Jade treats patients of all ages, from birth to the very mature. Dr. Jade will help your injuries heal faster and help you live a more active and pain-free life. They offer BioFree, Sombra, pillows, back braces, and orthomolecular supplements. Dr. Jade is currently accepting new patients, so make your appointment today and visit Reynolds Chiropractic, where patient comfort and care are our first priority.
We are Best One.
The best tires. The best customer service.
Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Visit our store or bestoneofmonroe.com to shop tires, request an appointment, and more. See these? See us at Best One of Monroe. Selling tires, serving people.
We've recently undergone a name change. Why the name change? Well, quite honestly, it's because trademarks matter. What's not changing is us, our processes, our approach. Now, why Flight Financial Advisors? For any flight to be successful, we need to have a lot of training, a lot of coordination, a lot of planning, and a team behind you. We want to be your flight team, help you chart the path, mitigate risks, and get you to your destination safely.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Call Toby, Kyle, Barb, or Mark for your insurance needs today.
Keep going, more.
Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Bluffton is where power meets adventure. From Ram trucks built to work to Chryslers built for your family and Jeeps built to explore, we've got it all. Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Your road starts here.
Passion. It's inside the barn at 5 a.m. It's dirty boots, calloused hands, and the energy to keep going. Passion is every step, again and again. Passion. It's giving it the best you've got. It's hard work that pays off. Show right. Feed your passion.
Are you looking for a place where Christian values meets compassionate care? Christian Care Retirement Community has an independent living, assisted living, specialized memory care, and their new short-term rehabilitation program designed for the best in recovery. The mission of Christian Care is enriching senior living with Christian values and compassionate service, rooted in faith, guided by love, and dedicated to respect and stewardship. Join them in the experience to support community where Christian values shine through. Christian Care Retirement Community, where faith and care come together.
I'm Phyllis Rice, and I've lived here just 1 year. I fell and broke my hip, and so walking is the best thing for me. And this is a wonderful place to walk.
Here at Adams Woodcrest, we offer assisted living with your independence in mind. We welcome your small furry friends. Come enjoy an outdoor stroll on our lovely grounds or participate in numerous activities with friends and residents. Adams Woodcrest is extraordinary living where everyone is family.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of that Christian Care Retirement Community pregame show. Always appreciate Christian Care Retirement Community's continuous support. The Raiders did defer to the second half, so Bluffton's offense will be getting a quick look at this season. And really, all the thing you missed in those past couple minutes was us joking about the Bluffton Fight song and how if Shenandoah had to learn it, then that's awesome that they played it. And if not, then kudos to them, and I don't blame them one bit. But as we get ready for kickoff, let's bring in the Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. Experience the ultimate freedom at Freedom Automotive Group of Bluffton. Our dedicated team is committed to going above and beyond to ensure you feel at ease in our showroom with our hassle-free financing options customized to meet your unique financial situation. And Tiger
Cooper Craig with the return.
I'm hearing fumble as the call by the Shenandoah sideline, and looks like the Raiders coming away with it. Early mistake by the Tigers. Where's the mind at in this situation, Brandon?
Yeah, I think, you got to have these – if you're Coach Kunkel, you got to calm them down, say, hey, back's against the wall. It's time to man up.
Yeah, I mean, just going to be starting out on defense, both halves. Not the way that you want to do it. But
offense is out.
So they are saying that ball was down, so a little bit of false excitement there. So Bluffton, again, skin of their teeth, avoiding a pivotal mistake. I mean, the Raiders had 11 fumble recoveries last season, so they're going to be seeking that ball like hawks. Looks like Tigers are starting with trips on the near side. Craig in the backfield with Best. We got Birch, Strevler, and I think that's Bustos. That's number 2 for the Tigers. Tigers rearranged some numbers this offseason. That is Bustos on the far near side. And handoff to Craig up for a few yards, and it's going to take a host of Raiders to take him down. I think that's one thing I love about Cooper, is usually it's going to take at least 2, maybe even 3 guys to bring him down.
Yeah, and he's always falling forward, getting those extra yards.
I know last year I talked to Cooper a little bit after one of the games, like, man, like, how do you see these holes on the, like, when you're running the ball? He's like, I don't know. Like, I just do. He's like, he just seems to have a natural vision for the field. Tigers similar formation here. Craig in motion as Best is going to drop back, looking Birch across the middle, looking deep to Craig, the shortest target out there, and just a little over his head. What'd you see on that pass there?
Yeah, action looked good. Was able to scramble away from the pressure. He just chucked it up there, but, Cooper Craig was in the vicinity. So just turned around, just keep running.
Yeah, I think just not as much experience as a receiver for Craig, so we kind of see, like, where he can make amends, like, this season. It would be nice to have another option.
Yeah, that's one thing about Kunkel's offense. He wants those running backs to be able to catch the ball.
I think that's something I've just really enjoyed about Kunkel's offense these past few years. Like, no matter what team it is, like, he's going to have a running back. He's going to be a workhorse. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just remember, like, Everett Johnson just being so much fun to watch. As Best once again dropping back, plenty of time. Protection to Birch on the sideline. Nice little toe touch, and that's a first down for Bluffton.
Great third down conversion there.
And just to me, like, seeing that Bluffton offensive line gave Best plenty of time. Like, Best has time to wait, sit there, have patience, and not just scramble immediately. So new set of downs for the Tigers right at midfield on the far side of the 50. No longer bunched up on the trips. I believe that's Maddox White on the close side. Handoff up the middle to Cooper Craig, and there's that vision and the agility as he dodges a handful of tackles and gains about 20 yards for the Tigers.
Great play there. Just working the field. Looks similar to the run that they had, in that first down play, and they came back to it, had a huge open hole.
This Tiger offense should be quite the well-oiled machine, and pretty much this copy-paste from last year. Just add in a very tall, athletic Maddox White to the receiving core. There's another one to Craig. Looks like that defensive lineman being the one to bring him down solo. It looked like it was number 50, Bryce Chapin, and he was one of those names that I definitely had marked down to watch from this last season.
Yeah.
I think they're saying, the PA was saying it was Marcus, as I find my way through here. Marcus Miller on the tackle. Saw the 0, so 70 instead of 50 there. Kamel Morgan in his first appearance of the season. He was quite the shifty back, especially as a freshman, very pivotal in that sectional championship. High snap, Best just going to fall on it. Loss of about 10 yards on that fumble. That's going to bring 3rd and long now. Tigers got just enough of the first down last 3rd down, but this one going to take a little bit more. So what are you looking for here? I mean, you got 3rd and long.
We're going empty formation, so no running back in the backfield. I don't know, maybe a tunnel screen. Ooh, great play by number 11.
That was Carter Gray.
Carter Gray coming from a safety position.
Yeah, it looked like that was Bustos wide open in the middle of the field. Gray coming just out of nowhere on the help side defense, as I would say as a basketball guy, and just deflecting away, forcing 4th down. Looks like the Tigers will be sending out Abram Garrett to do the first punt of the season. And Garrett's punt is looking to be a good one, but it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback as the Shenandoah Raiders will have the ball at the 20-yard line. We'll be back on Witness Media.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Your local Ace has everything you need, and since we're right around the block, we'll deliver your paint for free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
All right, welcome back. First snap for the Raiders. This is going to be a run. And going to be shrugging off quite a few and going to take the entire Tiger defense to bring him down. That would have been that Cash Crowley right there. I mean, he looked like a bulldozer powering through the Tigers. And it'll be just about to the first down marker, but it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Raiders. And definitely seeing why he was able to make his way into the offensive rotation last season, as this time Hellman's going to keep it himself. He's going to dance around some of the Tigers as well, and that's going to be number 32, Craig, and 14, I believe that's Aaron Jessup, being the tacklers for Bluffton. So Aaron Jessup, good to see him back out here. I know last season didn't end the way he wanted to. I know he worked his tail off during track season to get his speed and agility back up, so good to see him involved.
Very good.
It will be 1st and down for Shenandoah. Again, Hellman and Cowley were the two kind of focal pieces of this offense, and they've been the only two to touch it so far, as Cowley's going to shrug it off, but Eli Birch holding him on as he gets a little bit of help from once again from Jessup, but still, 1st down Raiders.
Two-headed monster right there.
Yeah, I mean, you get that option read going. I mean, when you got two guys like that, Tigers do just the same thing between Best Moore, and Craig. So no surprise here for Shenandoah. I'm interested to see. I mean, they seemed to sling it last year, so seeing if Hellman will let one loose. Going to keep with the read, and Tiger's going to stuff it at the line. Looks like that was number 71, Zane Betts, on the first touch, but a group of Tigers to finish it off. So they're going to say just stuck at the line. No loss, no gain. We got about 7 minutes to go here in the Sprunger and Sprunger first quarter. Founded by Corey and Allison Sprunger, from adoption to advanced elder law planning and everything in between. Sprunger and Sprunger is a full-service law firm with offices in Berne, Bluffton, Portland, Wayndale, Angola, and Fort Wayne. It is easy and convenient to visit Sprunger and Sprunger for all your legal needs. And there's that first passing attempt by the Raiders, and it is a reception for about 5 yards to number 88. That is Blaine Stevens. Alex Meckling wearing the number 25 this year. So what's the significance behind number 25 for the Tigers?
Yeah, it's about whoever worked the hardest all season, all summer season, in the preseason. So it's a real honor to be able to wear number 25 in Bluffton football.
Yeah, so for 25, I know when I was in school, my junior year, senior Jared Carpenter was that young man wearing that. He unfortunately passed away about a year after he graduated, so I think for a few years that number was semi-retired, and Kunkel brought it back as like a semi-captain honor. But
Blaine Stevens.
Once again, Stevens going to get forced out, but does have plenty for the first down. Yeah, and Alex is just one of those great young men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's always doing the right thing. At least from a teacher's perspective, he seems to be one of those guys who's out there working hard, kind of being a little bit of like a Mighty Mouse in a way. That, like, his size doesn't stop him. He uses his speed and strength to make up plenty in that field. So the Raiders really loving this home field advantage. I mean, not just the drive that the Tigers had to endure, but also the strange surface, as most of the Tigers games are now played on turf, and the Raiders still having the natural grass. Hellman showing his dual threat tendencies, and he's going to pick up quite a few yards before getting brought down by the Tigers. I think that may have been 64 for the Tigers. That Cooper Jenkins on that tackle.
And it was Jared Hellman on the run, brought down by Cooper Jenkins.
First down, Raiders.
So it could be one of these situations almost like a bend, not break for the Tigers. So, I mean, just because their Raiders are in the red zone at the 14-yard line does not mean necessarily they're going to score. So seeing what they can do to hold strong here. Going to be a little triple option, hand off to number 6, Jackson Ryder, and he's met immediately by Zane Betts for a loss of a couple. Looks like they're going to do a loss of 3 on that one.
Ryder on the run, brought down by Zane Betts.
Just because the first handoff to non-Cali, non-Hellman does not mean not to go back to it. It's still first game of the first drive of the season, so it should see Ryder get another one. Hellman's going to back up, but there is going to be a flag on the play.
False start.
Again, bend don't break. You don't really know what's going to happen at any point in time. So Tigers defense getting a little bit of help from kind of an inexperienced group for Shenandoah. So now it'll be 2nd and 18 for the Raiders. Ball on the 20-yard line. There's man in motion. Hellman's going to keep it. Tigers not too fooled, though, but Hellman's still going to work his way, try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like that was Austin Bennett, I believe, number 58 on that tackle for loss. Or no gain, I would say.
Austin Bennett bringing down Jared Hellman.
3rd and long.
Seeing another new body out there for the Tigers, number 55, John O'Leary Freeman, a sophomore, but moved back to Bluffton last spring. Nice big body there. As Hellman's going to drop back, he's going to find his receiver, and he's going to connect on the near side. That is, once again, number 88, Blaine Stevens, in coverage even. Right, Marshall Gerber, though, not allowing for any extra yards. But I think it might be fourth. Or are they saying the chains haven't dropped, but it's going to be fourth and short.
Yep.
And the count does get O'Leary Freeman to jump offside, so there will be that first down for Shenandoah. A little bit of the one piece of inexperience, I would say, but I mean, if the Tigers are going to need to look for that success later on, you got to get that experience, that early game action right now. Hellman's going to keep it on the QB option or QB draw, and he's going to walk right in there for 6. Jarrett Hellman, last season, Jarrett Hellman was that go-to guy for Shenandoah all year. I mean, he had 1,381 passing yards, 410 rushing yards, 23 total touchdowns, 5 rushing. Already well on his way to that one just with the first drive of the contest. So Blaine Stevens is out there for the PAT, and that is Ryder as the placeholder. And Stevens' kick is up, low, but good. At the end of that first drive for the Shenandoah Raiders, it's Shenandoah 7, Bluffton 0 on that Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. We'll be back here on Witness Media.
Here at Berne Ready Mix, building strong communities is not just something we say. It's something we do. We are proud to be a part of the residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal projects in the communities we serve. Contact us to discuss your next project.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Green Field here at Shenandoah High School. Raiders coming up with an early lead, as it is 7-0 here on the Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. Tigers, though, the offense did look fairly strong. I think just 1 or 2 mistakes for the Tigers last drive just ended up causing a punt, so seeing what they can do. Clean up, I think, a little bit on the return game, a near fumble last time.
First drive of the season, you got them nerve kicking in. You don't, some of these guys playing new and just settle in. A.J. Strevler with the return to about the 40-yard line.
Strevler being that main returner for the Tigers last season. He had 6 receiving touchdowns for the Tigers in 2024. And 4-year guy, 4-year starter. I mean, he made an immediate impact on the football field, so he'd love to come out here senior year, make a statement in week 1 on a long road trip after the first full week of school, but Tigers have their work cut out for him here. Looks like Tigers, 2 receivers either end. Looks like Moore in the backfield. And Moore's speed just kind of juking around a little bit, going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Shenandoah given a 4 front up front, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 5 DBs.
That should be Cash Cowley, Marcus Miller, Kai Peevler, and Braden Whaley as that starting defensive line core. Brendan Pruitt, Caden Gray as the inside backers, Jackson Ryder outside, Jarrett Hellman, Carter Gray as the safeties, Ethan Taylor, Blaine Stevens as the corners. Nice keeper for Axton Best. He's going to get him up close to that first down marker, coming up just short. But third and short for the Tigers, about midfield. You got to think this is probably 4-down territory, 4-down yardage here.
Yeah, I'd say anything in between your 40 and the 50, you got to go for it.
I mean, Garrett does have a nice leg on him. Saw that a lot last year. Even as a freshman, he had one punt, like, late in a game. It's like, holy cow, kid. Like, that thing was a bomb. So, he can put it deep. But you got the versatility from all three runners. You'd like to think that they're going to try to go short and as much as possible. See if they don't even need it. And you got a man in motion. That's Bustos. But you're going to hand off to Moore instead. He's found the opening and just enough of an arm on him by, I believe that may have been Hellman getting his hands on him to kind of keep Moore off his feet, off balance. Good enough for a first down, but nothing else for the Tigers. Do have a couple updates from other Witness Media areas. It is 7-0 Adams Central with about a minute to go in the first half over Garrett. So we got a good one there. 35-0 for South Adams at Marion Local. Marion Local, what a program they have going. I think the longest winning streak in the entire nation. And I know Heritage up 21-0 early in the contest against Belmont as well. So after that run, the second and 6 for Bluffton. Best pass is picked off, intended for Eli Birch. That was once again Blaine Stevens making a big-time play for the Shenandoah squad. I mean, offense, defense, that kid has an eye for the ball. And Shenandoah already with a 7-0 lead near the end of this first quarter. The Springer and Springer first quarter, seeing if they can strike deep and add on another couple points before the intermission.
Give it right back to Stevens.
And Tigers going to get forward progress to stop that one. And that should bring us to the end of that first quarter. But don't see Shenandoah necessarily risking anything at this point. No. So at the end of that Sprunger and Sprunger first quarter here on Witness Media, it is the Shenandoah Raiders 7, Bluffton Tigers 0. We'll be back for more on Witness Media.
Come see us at Gia & Co. Boutique in Berne, Indiana. We offer women's clothing with inclusive sizing, accessories, and more. We are open in store Tuesday through Saturday with new arrivals every week. Or you can always shop with us online at www.giaandcoboutique.com. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials to keep up with all things Gia. Our team cannot wait to see you in store soon to help with all your fashion wants and needs.
For nearly 70 years, Baumgartner attorneys have provided dependable legal services to you, your parents, and your grandparents.
With both Dave and Nick Baumgartner providing legal services, you can be assured that we'll be here for generations to come. Whether your legal needs include estate planning, estate settlements, real estate, corporations, LLCs, or personal injury, we're here to serve you.
So come and visit us in Berne or call 589-3139. Baumgartner Attorneys. Legal services for you and your family.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Green Field here at Shenandoah High School as we enter into the Bumgarner Attorneys' second quarter. Bumgarner Attorneys have been around for nearly 75 years, and they have provided superior legal services to the families of Adams, Wells, and Jay counties. Following the Blaine Stevens interception, the Raiders get stuck at the line on the first down from scrimmage. Have about 90 yards to go to score once again. And they're going to go try so with a reverse. That's number 11, Carter Gray. He's got a lot of field, but there's Aaron Jessup. He's got a nice little tackle there along the sideline to prevent a massive play to start the second quarter.
Nice little trick play there, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty well just straight to the point, just hand off up the middle, option read all night long. And that first play from scrimmage to start the second quarter is just like, hey, we got a little bit up our sleeve. Caught the Tigers sleeping. I see Shenandoah's adopts the signage on the sideline strategy for play calling, so maybe I'll try my hand at. So pass from Hellman to Stevens. Read nicely, that jet pass.
By Cooper Craig.
That was Cooper Craig bringing down Blaine Stevens.
I still feel confident I got those ones from Franklin County last year, but we'll see. Yeah. So it'll be second and about 13 now for the Raiders. Raiders just looking very smooth all night, like things just going well offensively, defensively. Just nice, consistent gains. A couple big plays here or there. Hellman looking deep, wide open receiver. That's number 10. That's Ethan Taylor, and that is going to be 6 for Shenandoah.
They faked that bubble screen, wide out. Ethan Taylor ran up the sideline, corner bit, wide open.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't really ask for a much easier play, pass and catch if you were Hellman and Taylor there. I mean, that was just about as textbook as you can get.
That's almost the hardest, catches to make when you're wide open. You get all the nerves, and you're like, oh, man, am I that open?
It's like everybody's watching me. I know I'm supposed to catch this, but yeah. So Stevens once again with the PAT. That one had a little bit more lift on it. Right up through the uprights and over the Shenandoah student section. Make it 14-0 Raiders here on the Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. We'll be back after a quick word from some sponsors.
Building people's dreams for the past 19 years, Marquee Builders offers a complete design build experience. Whether you're looking to build a new home or just update your existing home, we offer a full range of construction services to Adams and the surrounding counties. If you need help visualizing your project, we have a full-time design staff that can work with you to create the look of your dreams. Big or small, the attention to detail and exceptional quality is what all of our customers have come to expect. Give us a call for your free consultation or stop in and visit us at our showroom in Berne.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media. Brandon, not quite the start the Tigers were hoping for. I mean, coming into the season, ranked number 10, brand new opponent, Shenandoah. I mean, at the same time, like that ranking does kind of put a target on their back. Shenandoah Youth Night looked like they were honoring their youth program earlier on, so kind of playing for a lot of excitement, a lot of pride in this program. So what do you got to do if you're Bluffton, getting your third possession, things not going your way? So what do you got to do to?
Yeah, I mean, I think. Looking at it, Bluffton this year, we've come out and they've been a little just on edge, not smooth. Obviously, you have a turnover. We almost have that turnover the first play of the season. But I think it's just about calming your nerves, getting back into your basics, and just fighting one play at a time.
Yeah. And that's not going to be a bad way to get that momentum swinging back in favor of the Tigers as the kickoff does sail quickly out of bounds around the 30-yard line. So Tigers get pretty good field position to start this drive. And so following the interception, do you try to just reestablish the run game, or do you just kind of like you're not backing down on the pass.
Yeah, I think you got to keep confidence in Axton. You got to keep, you can't not call pass plays during the game. So, and you're down 14-0. You need a big play.
You're going to start by just handing off to Cooper Craig. He's got plenty of potential to make that big play on the ground. And he gets it started with a 5-yard rush for the Tigers. That was Callie on the tackle. And when I was looking through some of these stats the other night, putting some things together, Callie, that was a kid that I saw, like, just seemed like he was that very strong presence throughout the entire season for Shenandoah. It's like there was quite a few seniors ahead, but it's just that, hey, here's this sophomore here.
Yeah, 47 tackles last year, 11.5 tackles for loss.
And Craig, I mean, there's that vision. He just bounced out to the outside. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to get tackled. There was number 18 on a full-out sell on the dive by Garrett May. I mean, what a tackle there, save 6.
Yeah, that's effort. I mean, running back side, coming back and getting them.
I mean that's just one of those things. Like, I'm sure if I asked Cooper in class on Monday, he'd be like, "Yeah, it just felt right, right? Like it's that instinct. He's an instinctual runner, and you just gotta love it."
Yeah, that's something you can't coach either.
Yeah.
Like you just have to have those instincts, like you said.
So, Tigers, pair of receivers on both sides. Craig once again, third play in a row. He's gonna still get that positive yardage, but be brought down by a few Raiders. Number 28, Cash Cali was in on that mix. They're saying Carter Gray as well. Nope. So now it's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 4. Looks like Tigers now going a little bit more.
You got Cooper Craig and Kamel Moore in the backfield here.
What would you call this formation here? Low snap as Kamel kind of scoops it up. He's so tenacious. He's going to fight his ways. He pulled into the end zone. The referee says yes, he is. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's the way to settle in if you're Coach Kunkel and the Tigers there.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of a full power offense there. Cooper Craig setting that tempo for the Tigers, and Kamel, I mean, he's just so explosive. And we talk about the tenacity of Cooper, but Kamel, he's just as hard to bring down.
Mm-hmm.
So PAT, it looks like it's going to be, is that Strevler on the hold, number 19? No, 19 is
Maddox White.
Maddox White, and that's going to be Ribbich on the PAT. And freshman Ribbich is going to be good on the PAT attempt. So good start for the freshman. We'll be back here on Witness Media.
Are you sick of working 12-hour shifts and weekends at your current job? Come join our team at Smith Brothers Berne, where we pride ourselves in providing our employees with a family atmosphere, a Monday through Friday work week, and a clean and air-conditioned work environment. Our employees are not required to wear uniforms and can listen to music while they work. Starting wages are $16 to $21 an hour at the end of their first year, with yearly bonus incentives and a competitive benefits package. Apply online at smithbrothersfurniture.com or in person at 356 Monroe Street in Berne.
So nice drive there for the Tigers. Now 14-7 Raiders on that Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. Nice little PAT there by Ethan Ribbich. I know he was kind of on the fence between football, tennis. His older brother Jacob, the number 1 singles player for the Tigers, reigning sectional and ACAC champion Tigers. So made that call, and good to get that first one to go through.
Tigers settled in on offense. Now we got to see if we can settle in on defense. I mean, that was a great drive, Michael.
It was. I mean, just
ground and pound.
True to Bluffton Tiger form. Again, like I think of Everett Johnson as like the epitome of it. Even going like Cody Middlestead and Anthony Cruz. Like these guys just don't let up from the backfield. Cooper, Kamel, same.
Yeah, Kunkel's had a pretty good run with running backs, hasn't he?
Yeah, I guess Brandon Lockwood as well. He may need to throw that one out there. I don't think I was around as much during those years, though. As
Abram Garrett with the kickoff.
That's going to Blaine Stevens. And
Oh.
he's going to get taken down by number
34. I think it was Griff Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, Griff and Morgan. I mean, you got a leader in Griff Morgan on the defensive end. I mean, he's kind of who you want. He's like that textbook middle linebacker, almost like a throwback in a way.
Mm-hmm. Him and Jake Boots.
Yeah,
There's two, just guys are going to go right at it. They don't care. They're going to sacrifice their body for the team.
Oh, yeah. They're football players through and through. I mean, they even rock the classic, like, cowboy collars. Like, you just get out there, like, they're intimidating.
Yeah, they look tough.
All right, so Raiders' offense has been quite smooth, doing it on the ground, doing it through the air. Last one was like a 70-yard touchdown pass. And this one's going to be a pitch to number 6. That's Jackson Ryder. He's going to get taken down right around the line of scrimmage.
I think it was number 9, Kerner.
Eli Kerner.
Filling in for Cooper Craig, giving him a little breather on that.
Kerner's got quite a bit of speed as well. So he'll be a good one to rotate in there.
Keep them bodies fresh.
Hellman with Ryder. Trios on the near side. Hellman's looking, scrambling to the right. He's got plenty of room, but he's got Griffin Morgan forcing him out of bounds, as well as Aaron Jessup. Good enough, though, for a first down, Raiders. Yeah, flag on the play is what they're showing. So it looks like the Raiders are staying around the original line of scrimmage. So
I think it's coming back. Yeah, usually when QB gets outside, linemen are, more prone to hold.
I mean, it's one of those things, too. Like, I know it's that general statement. Like, you can call holding in every play, right? Like, but when you get that much of an advantage, it's hard to not throw that flag. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which looks to be about 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, just from my view. Maybe 11. We'll go 2nd and 21. I'm spoiled now with the Bluffton turf to
you can read
read those hash marks a little bit more. But, yeah, we'll just go 2nd, 21. No more flag on the play. But Hellman with Ryder once again, man in motion. And Hellman's going to look for the quick pass over to number 10. That was Ethan Taylor. He's going to get back close to the original line of scrimmage. But it'll still be 3rd and long. About 3rd and 14. There's Griff Morgan on that tackle. We do have timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout with it and be back here on Witness Media.
At Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt, we know that building your reputation goes far beyond the success of today. It is a constant effort to see the needs of others before your own and working to be better every day. We believe in this motto and know that you are worth the effort. The staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt want to walk beside you, and the honor to do so is not taken lightly. For information on how we can better serve you and your family, give us a call at 724-7167.
On a winning team, players get the job done right the first time. At Helena Chemical Company, getting the job done right is the only job we have. During the growing season, we show customers how to grow stronger, more profitable crops with the Helena Acre, a production system that achieves higher yields and greater returns. A key product on the Helena Acre team is Hydrahume, an organic acid that gives crops a better chance to take up more nutrients and moisture for stronger returns at harvest. To learn more, go to helenaconnects.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media. Good news, Jackson Ryder up on his own, walking off the sideline. Maybe just some early season cramps, heat, humidity, little conditioning still to go as well. So good to see him up and walking.
Yeah, Michael, it's hard to get in game shape when you're practicing all. It to me, I feel like it doesn't correlate as well until you actually get and you're playing every snap and you're like, okay, I'm tired, or you just got to build up the conditioning playing.
It was like empty backfield, just kind of a bunch formation for the Raiders. There goes Taylor and Stevens spreading out wide on the far side. As Hellman dropping back, he's going to get rushed around a little bit, scrambling. He's got Morgan, though, on his pursuit, and Griffin Morgan. I feel like we didn't say his name much in this first quarter, but this second quarter, he's been all over the place.
Just knowing Griff, that dude is a ball player, and I know he was upset after that first quarter, and I bet you he's been talking to the guys, getting them fired up, being a good teammate to them, and getting them, playing a lot better defense.
Yeah,
he's that captain of that defense.
He is, yeah. And talking about, kind of that success that has kind of spread throughout the Bluffton Athletic Department, he was a huge part for that baseball team's ACAC championship. Big Cinny on the mound, as they would say, and he just lights out time and time again for the Tigers. There's going to be a timeout taken, I believe, by the Tigers. We're going to take that timeout with them. It is 14 Shenandoah, 7 Bluffton, here on Witness Media.
In a world worried about the next post, next purchase, next minute, what if we focus on the important over the fleeting? Invest in what lasts. With Everence, grow a fresh outlook to your financial future with financial services rooted in enduring values, faith and purpose, community and love, sharing and giving. Join Everence and make an impact.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Following the Tiger timeout, expecting the punt from Shenandoah on 4th and 10, well into their own zone. It'd be quite the gutsy call on game one, week one. It is, I believe, Callie there is the punter. But, hey, you got your lead back as the punter. You never really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Makes me think of that Cody Kinsey as the punter for Bluffton, or Braxton Betancourt, always just kind of scrambling. But Callie, he's going to let that one rip. High punt, about midfield. Bluffton guys getting a little close for comfort there, as it does just kind of settle in at the far 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers right at midfield. I feel like we've said that a time or two this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 6 minutes to go here in this Bumgarner Attorneys second quarter. And always grateful for all these sponsors, quite a few of them very familiar faces to Witness Media in these now 3rd year of me being fortunate enough to bring these games to all of you guys. People were asking me, "You're going to Shenandoah?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going." Why not? It's week one. It's a far drive. People probably won't be making that drive themselves, so definitely want to be that person to help bring Bluffton football action to all those fans across wherever you are. But couldn't do it without these businesses. Best drops back on 1st and 10. He's got to scramble around a little bit. Good protection from the young but experienced line, and Best dances the sideline. I think they're going to call him down about the 45. Now they're in the Shenandoah side, 2nd and 4. What about that run there, Brandon?
Yeah, I think he ran probably about 34 yards to get about 6 of them. But, hey, man, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. And, that just shows Axon's athletic ability right there.
And I want to shout out the line there, too. I mean, I even think freshman Wyatt Holmes was in that mix. Austin Bennett, Cooper Jenkins, just good, solid protection. You see them sliding their feet, hands up, ready to make that contact, but not directing them, not holding them and forcing them around. More on the 2nd down carry. That ball's out. Looks like it may have fallen right back on top of it, fortunately, but we'll see what the officials will be saying. I thought Moore came right back down on it.
Yeah,
and he does come up with it as well. And they're going to say that is the case. That one, though, I mean, that's close.
Yeah, that popped up, and I know they're going to be preaching to him, ball security, ball security, ball security.
Yeah. I think that was that number 20 on the tackle there, I believe, may have been. So number 20, as I'm looking around here. Not one of their starters or second-string guys. That would have been Landon McDuffie, I believe, on that forced fumble. Just kind of getting his helmet right there on the ball. Craig, a little bit of motion. right up near line of scrimmage. Just going to be the QB draw, and he's just going to plow right through that, follow the hole that Cooper made, and get that easy first down for the Tigers.
Yep, you got 2 blockers ahead of action there. You have Cooper Craig and then Camille Moore coming in.
Ethan Taylor and Jarrett Hellman on the tackle. Tigers doing most of their damage on the ground. Couple receptions, but one big interception by Best kind of shifted the tide big time in favor of the Raiders. Best is going to drop back here. He's going to look middle
Wide
to Strevler.
open.
The sure hands of A.J. Strevler.
Touchdown.
I think we've called that one a few times.
Yep.
A.J. Strevler. Tigers with a chance to knot things up here in the second quarter. What an opening. I mean, just that seems like they've been doing that for 2.5 years,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Shenandoah's in a too high safety coverage. Middle of the field was wide open. You know, when you're an empty, you know, there's going to be 5 receivers going down the field, and obviously they forgot to cover the middle of the field there, and A.J. Strevler was able to capitalize on that.
So it's Ethan Ribbich on the PAT attempt for the Tigers, Maddox White as the holder. I mean, as weird as it sounds, these two probably have 2 years of experience. You don't see middle school kickers that often, but Ethan Ribbich, soccer background, Maddox White, quite an athlete, young athlete, and they can work together. Tigers tie it up 14-14 here on Witness Media. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media. We're live from Middletown, Indiana at Shenandoah High School. I had brother Mark calling him out on this one here. He's like, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on Indiana geography in high schools, just being a longtime fan. He's like, but I had no idea what Shenandoah was. And he had friends go to Ball State and everything, so it's one of those, we just don't play them ever. But it's always good to see new schools and just kind of see where things are. Like even Franklin County last year, it's always kind of just neat to see new places around the state when you get so locked in the ACAC.
Mm-hmm. And it's also good to play good competition. I mean, I feel like Shenandoah's been a great opponent for Bluffton. They gave some trouble early, and Stevens with the
Stevens got it about the 10-yard line. He's going to pick up 15 more yards on the reception, breaking a couple tackles there, and before he's brought down by, I believe that's Declan Greaser, number 8. Looks like there was the brothers on that tackle there. Gavin in on that one as well. I mean, Friday Night Lights coming in full force now. I mean, still August, but sun's starting to set here in a later start time of 7:30. That's just kind of what you play for as a high school football player, right? Hellman, he's got a duo short man in motion. That's Stevens on the jet pass, touch pass there. But the Tigers right through the line. Who was that on the tackle? I believe that was Griff. Griff Morgan or Cooper Craig, one of the two. So, just nice, explosive defense by the Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, do stay tuned for the Berne Ready Mix halftime show. We're actually going to have a special guest. May leave that to a little bit of a surprise for some people. Start with that. Brandon will see if we have any stats. I don't know. I know Coach Ribbich is now on the sidelines for the Tigers, so they may not have live stats going. But we'll see what we can do with what we have. Birch just about able to pick that one off. Get kind of a revenge on Stevens there, but Stevens making sure he comes away with it. gaining a few yards. It'll be 3rd and 10. So I guess that was Garrett May on that one. So 3rd and 10. Raiders on the 25-yard line. 3 minutes and counting. Hellman looks like, is that Ryder back in the backfield for him? So good to see him back out there. No, that was Cowley, but he's going to find Stevens on the near side. He's going to shred a tackle. Is he going to be able to reach out for the first down? I think he might just be short. That was number 54. Jake Boots on the initial contact, slowing him down. Jessup getting the tackle.
Looks like they're going for it, Michael.
4th and 2. Got to be careful on the count. And they're just going to power right through. A little bit of a tush-push going on here as the Tigers just meeting them head-to-head, keeping them stuck at the line of scrimmage. I mean, talk about a momentum shifter there, yep. Brandon.
You're in Shenandoah territory. Come up big on that QB sneak. That's great. You know, Coach Kolkman teaches those linemen when they see that to stay low. You don't want to get too high and get pushed back if you want to create a pile. So you almost, if you're getting pushed back, you just want to drop down and create that pile so no, they ain't getting nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even just the linemen. I'm seeing cornerbacks Marshall Gerber and Colson Teeple right in the mix as well. So nice to see the little explosive guys getting in there. So the Tigers, chance to swing this game in favor. They've got 34 yards and 2.5 minutes to go. Best in the backfield alone. He's got 3 on the far side, 2 near. He's dropping back. Good protection, looking once again for Strevley. He's wide open. He's going to make a move, and he's going to score.
Touchdown. Tigers.
Look at that, Brandon. I mean, early season woes, whatever you may call it, the Tigers have come out swinging, and the Bumgarner attorney second. I mean, just, again.
Night and day difference between the first and second quarter for the Tigers.
Just completely. It's just like.
Started to click.
Yeah.
Just started to click. Nerves went away. Started going back. You know, that drive with Craig and Moore set it all off.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you establish that run game, open up the pass. As the PAT is blocked by number, is that 44?
No, 14.
14. Number 14.
Hellman.
Jarrett Hellman.
That dude is all over the place.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he is. I mean, that's just something like I want to stay here for that one because that's something I noticed looking through their stats. As a defense, this team blocked 4 field goals last year. Like 4 field goals. Like that's just insane. You get excited for one. And Jarrett Hellman, I mean, this kid just does it all. And just blowing up that line and trying to keep that momentum in favor for his Raiders. So 2:16 to go here in the first half. Tigers scoring all 20 here in the second, overcoming an early 14-0 deficit. Still plenty of game to play.
Yep.
And still plenty of half to go as well.
Yeah.
Shenandoah has all 3 of their timeouts, I believe. I don't think I missed any of those.
Nope,
just the one by
the Tigers. Yeah, if you're the Tigers here, you want these 2 minutes. I mean, you still want to play good here. You want to continue that momentum going into the second half, going into halftime. So you can't, get lost in coverage. You can't be jumping offside. You can't be doing the little things. Make them fight for all these yards in these last 2 minutes.
I mean, the Raiders have done a lot of their damage through the air, consistent ground and pound, but through the air is where they've done a lot of their damage, whether it's a check down pass that's led to big yards or that deep ball to Garrett May or Ethan Taylor. Sorry about that. Ethan Taylor on that big, like 70-yard-ish touchdown to extend that lead. So they got that big play potential. See what the Tigers can do. See what Garrett can do here on the kickoff. Sends a low one down the middle. Going to be gathered by Stevens. He's going to, again, shed a few tackles, but then see Griffin Morgan, and I believe that was Colson Teeple. I think I saw number 4 there. Or was that Eli Kerner, number 9? It was Eli Kerner there. So Kerner and Morgan. Raiders got about 70 yards to go if they want to tie this up, take the lead, or even cut into the deficit. I mean, they're 2 for 2 on their PATs, so both kind of low, but you never really know.
No, yeah. Hey, I give them props. PATs ain't easy, you know.
Oh, I think back to, again, that 2022, 2023 sectional teams, like having Yaroslav Sherduke for the Tigers, like coming out of nowhere. Refugee, just soccer guys, like, I'll kick a football, sure. Like, I've always kicked footballs. But those points, they may seem minimal, but they truly do add up and can be a difference in a close game. As Morgan just his boots just blew his way through the line there, forcing the scramble by Hellman. He's going to find a man open, though.
Number 11.
So 11, that was Carter Gray. Good enough for a first down. Moving the chains with the clock stopped. I'm curious why chain game. First game for everyone here.
Yeah. It's rolling.
So there's going to be a flag on the play there. Going to be probably encroachment by the Tigers.
Those free yards will kill you, especially in a 2-minute situation like this.
I'm wondering if they weren't sure if it was a first down or if they. But Shenandoah used it to their advantage, that's for sure. I mean, gained 5 yards, just really 8 seconds off the clock, and not really having to break a sweat doing so. Second time the Tigers have jumped off. Hellman dropping back. He's got a lot of time in the pocket. He's going to launch it deep. I think it may have been deflected a little bit at the line. Stevens going up for it. Defended, though, by Aaron Jessup. A little bit Colson Teeple as well as Carter Gray and Blaine Stevens. Routes kind of merging into one. Yeah, the way that pass came out of Hellman's hands, it looked like somebody may have gotten a hand on it. So 2nd and 5 now. Clock is stopped. Cowley in the backfield with Hellman. Hellman's going to drop back. And he's going to get taken down by a solo sack. Number 55. 55, that is John O'Leary Freeman. I mean, John, he was that one who kind of jumped early in this game, but not letting it affect him too much and coming up big there on what could have been another deep ball by Hellman. John's one of those kids. I remember knowing him, teaching his sisters when he was just real young, and I know they moved away from Bluffton, came back last year, and just good seeing that young man back around Bluffton as Hellman's jump pass is caught but brought down, and Tigers are going to take a timeout to stop the clock, trying to add a little bit more to this.
Hellman got shaken up on that play. Slow to get up.
So it was Cowley, I believe, on the reception, but he was brought down immediately by the Tigers.
Looked like a running back screen there, Michael.
I think that could be one that's going to be a very common play for these Raiders. I mean, Cowley, just seeing him already in that first quarter, just seems to have a good nose for this game, and just one of those tenacious players that's going to put his head down, shoulder down, and just bowl right through some defensive players. So no timeout called. I think they just called timeout on the field for possible injury, but they do have the punting team out here. I mean, Carter Gray's wide open a little bit. All right, coverage is there. So clock is stopped. I don't know.
Late subs here. I think everyone's a little bit confused. Shoot, Michael, I'm confused.
First game for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And it should be at least Cowley as the punter. They did go for it on 4th down earlier, but likely not seeing a trick play. Looks like they're setting some time back on the clock. 52 seconds. Added 4 seconds there. Not sure if a timeout was used. Don't think we're going to get to all 3 of them on either team anyways. This Tigers have 1 or 2. High snap. Callie gets the punt off. Nice looking punt despite the snap. And Strevler's just going to let it bounce, and good coverage there by the Raiders. Tigers going to have to go 85 yards and change if they want to add a little bit more to this scoreboard. Done a little bit on the ground, done a lot on the pass. I mean, best to Strevler.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
So looking to kind of see what can be done. I know one thing, just props to A.J. Strevler. I mean, another one of those guys on the baseball team, good job in baseball, but always putting in that extra work. Like, there'd be times like he'd be out there on the field just doing some wind spurts on his own just in that offseason, and just always putting in that work. Like, these young men, like, I'm sure it's the same case for Shenandoah. Like, these athletes just nowadays just really seem to put so much time and energy into their sports. Best is going to find Birch on the check down through the middle. Nice, safe pass and catch there. Going to be good enough for about 7 yards.
No huddling Tigers.
So time is ticking. With
shifting around, trying to get lined up.
And snap is clean. Best is going to scramble, looking for Birch once again on the sideline. Got to get out of bounds. He does. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 42-yard line.
What's also important about that, Michael, he's able to get out of bounds and stop that clock. That's huge.
I mean, again, just that knowledge as a senior receiver. He hasn't really been one that's overly targeted in the past, but he's always been there to make some big plays and just maturity as an athlete. So Tigers 10 seconds to go here, seeing probably get 2 plays if the first one's a little bit quick and a timeout call. They do at least have the 1. Empty package. Bess is looking on the far side. Got a man in the backfield with him. He's going to dump it off to number 23. I believe that's Parker Barnes. He's going to power his way through, and the time is going to expire. I mean, at that point, it'd be hard to get that the time stop there on a timeout anyways. But at the end of the Baumgartner's tourney's second quarter and the first half here at Shenandoah, it is Bluffton Tigers 20, Shenandoah Raiders 14. We'll be back here briefly for the Berne Ready Mix halftime show, all on Witness Media.
Do you know all of the services provided at Decatur Hardware and Rental? We're a U-Haul dealer. We fill grill tanks, test pool water, custom mix paint, cut keys, ship UPS packages, cut glass, rent tents, tables, and chairs, a trencher, skid loader, tractor, sod cutter, scaffolding, and so many more items. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, or paint. Decatur Hardware and Rental can make your project much easier to complete. Decatur Hardware and Rental, across from the Bungie plant, do it best.
These days, peace of mind starts at your front door. Innovative Concepts has been helping protect families for over 30 years with our trusted security experience. From smart cameras to burglary alarm systems with local 24/7 monitoring, we install it all. With a low monthly monitoring fee, protecting what matters most has never been easier. Call Innovative Concepts Audio Video today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Ms. Lehman Realtors and Auctioneers have been serving this great community since 1960.
We are here to help you through all stages of life.
From commercial properties
to auctions
to farmland and equipment
and owning your first home.
We have the expertise and experience you can count on.
Visit us in person or online at mslehman.com.
At Fisher Dental, we fix teeth.
We also develop relationships with our patients and create lifelong friends.
Here at Fisher Dental, we clean, extract, and fill teeth. We also make crowns, bridges, partials, and dentures.
At Fisher Dental, we like smiles. And remember, we've got your back.
And your teeth.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media here at Shenandoah High School, Green Field. But we got a special guest here tonight, the athletic director from White River Valley, Robert Vanderkolk. Robert, I mean, what brings you to Shenandoah tonight?
It's on the way back home to Bluffton. The tennis team that I looked after these last 21 years, we started a Saturday invite tournament last year with 8 teams from around Northeast Indiana. So there's nothing going on at White River Valley this weekend, so I wanted to get back and watch the guys, make sure Coach Schwartz has everything under control, which I know he does. So I'm looking forward to watching some tennis tomorrow, and I figured I'd better stop by and check out some of my former students that were walking the halls these last couple years to play football tonight, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, that tournament, again, I know those 10 courts were a big thing for you, and just doing a nice job building that program. Brandon and I kind of talked a little bit about kind of that success across the board, right? Like, I mean, very strong fall season for Bluffton as a whole, but then that sprinkled into the winter and even spring season as well. So, like, as an athletic director now, like, what do you see that Bluffton has been able to do around the school that you're hoping to really instill at White River Valley, or what any program can kind of do?
There's a couple things these last few years at Bluffton that I think's done a tremendous thing for all of our athletes across the board. There's been continuity amongst the coaching staffs. Even though I've stepped down, Spencer not only played for me, but he's been my assistant for a handful of years. And so he knew what was going on. He knew how things are being done at Bluffton Athletics. But Mr. Thompson has also given the staffs the resources and the support to do what needs to be done. The varsity coaching staffs are making sure that their middle school coaching staffs and their youth programs are well staffed, and like these kids that are playing Pee Wee football and Future Tigers basketball and now middle school golf and middle school tennis, they know what's expected by the time they get to the high school level. And so, like, you look at the varsity tennis program, they had their first match last night, and there was 3 freshmen on varsity.
Yeah, and I know that middle school program, like, talking with you about it, like, even as a cross-country coach, kind of going after some of the similar players, athletes, but at the same time, like, it really almost helps all programs because students can start focusing on their sports earlier and not making that decision later on.
Correct. It was about 5 or 6 years ago where some of us that had been coaching for a while, we sat down and had a conversation, and some of us had to make sacrifices for the betterment of Bluffton Athletics as a whole, because that's what we all wanted. Yeah. And just the fact that Coach Kunkel stepped up and said, hey, I'll take care of the weight room. Yeah. I come in, help with agilities from time to time. The basketball coaches know what needs to be done. And athletes are showing up in the weight room, not only in the summer, but during the school year. And tennis program has success, cross-country program has success. The girls basketball program has been on a roll these last 5-6 years. Coach Grau started that. Muncie continued it. Now Curtis has taken it to another level. So I could sit here and we could talk about all the great things pretty much every program at Bluffton's doing, and those are some of the things we're hoping to get going down at White River Valley. There's been a little bit more turnover, so hopefully we can get some continuity in there. We can get some lower level coaches that want to be a part of it and are willing to do the dirty work, so it makes the varsity coach's job a lot easier by the time they get to high school.
Yeah, I know that was one thing that first year I was coaching cross country, leaving the tennis program as an assistant.
Yeah, we can talk about that if you want.
But like my senior Hank Honiger, like he's like, man, why do you have like 30 guys out here? We only have 7. Well, I was his third coach in his 4 years, like, and very fortunate for Coach Thompson trusting on that and all the support, again, from not just you, Coach Thompson, but all the coaches at Bluffton. And to me, that's just kind of what I find to be the biggest factor, the X factor for everybody. So, Robert, good to see you. I mean, I feel like it's been years since it's been this long since we've seen each other. Since I moved back to Bluffton in, 2018.
Yeah.
So, hey, good to see you. I know we'll catch up more at home and everything as well.
I just hope you got permission from Clint and Seth and the boys to have me on the broadcast, because that was a bold move, Cotton. So, no, I appreciate it. Looking forward to my time at White River Valley. But I know nobody listening to this broadcast wants to listen to me. They want to listen to you and the man, the myth, the legend, Brandon Lockwood.
Yeah, so we'll
take the headset off.
We'll get back to me and Brandon here. We're going to take a quick break on Witness Media. Be back a little bit more on this Berne Ready Mix halftime show.
From dreamer to doer, bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be, turning passion into profession, finding your true calling in a career, and bringing your dreams to life, it takes two things, the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers with accessible, flexible learning pathways and world-class people making world-changing connections. The road ahead, it's closer than you think. Discover the way at IWU.
Welcome to RK Financial, a non-intimidating atmosphere where we confidently give you answers to your financial questions and concerns. We specialize in 401ks and IRAs with full service on the Indiana 529 College Savings Plan. You'll find solutions to your retirement goals and estate planning needs, as well as making recommendations on your life insurance and long-term care insurance solutions. Check out our new website at www.rkfinancialinc.com. This is Randy Kistler inviting you to stop in to see me or Alex as we journey together to meet your financial goals.
I'm Peyton Priest, and I play volleyball at the University of St. Francis. I had opportunities to play at another university. I chose St. Francis because I wanted to be closer to home. I wanted a more faith-based college. I just feel at home and safe when I walk around campus. The professors know my name. That's what I love. I love seeing how God has brought me here to St. Francis. Coming here was the right choice for me.
Partnerships thrive, integrity leads the way, and dedication beats innovation. Tried and true. Trueland Equipment. We have the tools and services you need to work the land. A John Deere provider with a broad inventory, assisting you in service and technical support. We respond to your concerns quickly. For all your equipment needs, choose Trueland Equipment, where provider means partner.
Any brand, any color. You break it, we'll fix it. Newspawn Mechanical is located just north of Berne, along with over 175 years of combined service in the field. Newspawn Mechanical offers a wide range of rental equipment and attachments. If you're looking to upgrade your equipment or starting from scratch, whether it's new or used, they can help to find the right machine for you. Stop and see the full line of Gale and Manitou equipment with leasing and financing options available, along with a full line of Manitou parts and attachments. Call 260-589-3802 to find out what we have to offer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media here at Shenandoah High School on that Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. It's the Bluffton Tigers 20, Shenandoah Raiders 14. As we come back here on this Berne Ready Mix halftime show, remember that from new homes and backyard projects to factories and farms, we offer experience and service you can count on. Visit us at 155 East Buckeye Street in Berne or online at www.bernereadymix.com. Brandon, no, we just kind of talking about the excitement of that first half, all Shenandoah in that first quarter and even early second, but the Tigers, I mean, they kind of just pounced right back. Got some stats in front of us. What are you seeing in this box score here?
Yeah, Bluffton 3 of 4 on third down efficiency. That's pretty good. Shenandoah 2 for 8. That's hurting them on third down. Total yards for Bluffton 243, while Shenandoah has 217. Bluffton passing 137, Shenandoah 124. Axton Best 6 for 9, and Jarrett Hellman 9 for 10. Rushing for the Tigers, 106 rushing yards compared to Shenandoah's 93. And then Bluffton has 2 turnovers. Shenandoah has 0.
Yeah, so, I mean, just kind of, and Bluffton making those mistakes, but not allowing those mistakes to break them. And bending, but not breaking. And I see that bottom stat there as well. I mean, that just seems to be a Coach Kunkel staple. Time of possession. I mean, Tigers with the ball for 22 minutes, over 22 minutes, and Shenandoah just under 14 minutes. I mean, that's just, when you can control the game, control the ball, keep your defense as fresh as possible, I just think that goes such a long way.
Yeah. I mean, time of possession, I mean, that's obviously time for more mistakes, but also you can use it to your advantage. You can slow the game down, play the game that you want to play, and then you go from there. You don't have to rush every possession. Sometimes you're going to start, and I think that time of possession, too, has to deal with Bluffton. We've kind of started in our own end of the half, of our field. So, one thing I really am surprised by the rushing stat that we have 106 yards and Shenandoah only has 93. I felt like that was kind of peculiar there, but between Axton, Cooper Craig, and Kamel Moore, we're rushing 8.2 yards per carry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of efficient. Like, if you can, like, in my mind, like, anytime I'm playing video game like Madden or college football, if it's like, 8 yards a carry, yeah, I mean, that's a first down every other play. Like, why not? Like, you're going to keep that ball going, keep rolling as much as you can. So it's just that efficiency, that reliance for Bluffton. And it just seemed to open up, gave the confidence to Bluffton, allowed A.J. Strebler to kind of find some openings and make 2 really big catch-and runs for touchdowns.
Yeah, A.J. Strebler, 2 passing touchdowns. Second quarter, 38 yards. And then again, with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left, another 30-plus yard reception for A.J. Strebler. Also, you got Cooper Craig scoring for the Tigers in the second quarter with a 10-yard rush. And then for Shenandoah, Jarrett Holman had a 2-yard run for a touchdown, and then Carter Gray had a pass from Jarrett Holman, 46 yards.
Yeah, 46 yards. That I've been saying 70 yards. Like, I thought that thing was a bomb, but I guess a little bit of a hyperbolic pass there for me. But still, like, very impressed I have been with Jarrett Hellman and this Raider team. I mean, Lane Stevens as well. Carter Gray's making some big plays.
You can't forget about Cash.
Yeah, I mean, Cash has been so impactful. And to me, like, Tigers, they are going to be on defense once again to start this half. So going to kind of see like how they can get that momentum, hold on to that momentum, not let Shenandoah come out with some energy and a big play.
Yeah, Griffin Morgan for the defense has 5 tackles, 1 assisted tackle. Cooper Craig has 4 and 2 tackles for loss. Elijah Birch has 3 tackles. Colson Teeple has a tackle and 1 assist, a tackle. Zayden Betts 2 tackles and a tackle for loss. Cooper Jenkins with 1 tackle. Aaron Jessup with 2. Bennett with assisted. Mason Fox with assisted. A.J. Strebler with assisted. Declan Greaser, Gavin Greaser, Jake Boots, and then John O'Leary Freeman. So you see on defense, a lot of different guys are making tackles.
Yeah, it's just nice seeing that depth. I mean, I think that defense, like, that was something we were hyping up in that pregame show. This experience, especially linebacker and D-backs, right? Still kind of young up front. I think Mason Fox really kind of that leader on the defensive line. But it just took a little bit to get rolling. So the Tigers doing a nice job of just kind of getting their bearings straight, then breathing a sigh of relief once they kind of started gritting down and getting the stops, those stops on defense.
Yeah. Cooper Craig has 5 rushes for 70 yards and a touchdown. He's averaging 14 yards per carry, and his longest is 49 yards. Kamel Moore has 4 carries for 20 yards. Axton Best has 3 for 16. Axton Best is also 6 for 9 with 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
So it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers will do, especially offensively. Like, do you just go back to that run game, let Cooper, Kamel, Axton do the work, or spread it around a little bit more? I mean, may just kind of depend on how this first defensive drive goes. We saw to start the second quarter for Shenandoah kind of coming out with a little bit of some trickery. Do you see them, and to success as well. I mean, that was a big, at least like 30-yard gain on that reverse. Do you kind of see something similar happening with this? I mean, that led to a touchdown even.
Yep.
So it could kind of like anticipate what they may have drawn up.
I mean, in that, when they called that trick play, they were just running basic, their basic offense. And then they come out off the turnover and run that reverse. I mean, that's the time you want to call those trick plays, is to get, Bluffton's already unsettled. Let's just try something different, And I think it was a great call by their coach, and it worked out for them, led to a touchdown.
Yeah, for Shenandoah, their head coach, he's got that experience with the Raiders. He's 17-24 in his 5th year, Jake Stillwell. And Mid-Eastern Conference, I saw in Max Preps, I think they only have 4 teams. I don't know if they necessarily compete for a conference championship. But when you have a guy around for quite a few years, it may take a little bit, especially in a sport like football, where it takes so much of that youth development. So being year 5, I mean, he's had these guys their entirety of their high school career. They were even, like these seniors, they were all came through and part of his middle school program. And it just seems like a group that is comfortable playing in his system. It's just they're facing off against a team coming in ranked 10th in the state that, again, same type of thing. And you go up against a coach, and Coach Kunkel, who just knows what it's like to be a successful coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, had success at the middle school before he jumped back into being the head coach at the varsity level. So, I mean, Kunkel's been around Bluffton football for a long time under Casey Kolkman, and now Casey Kolkman's back on his staff. Yeah. So that's kind of, I didn't know how that would work out, because that was his boss, but now he's his boss, so.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing too, right? I mean, you got to surround yourself with a great head coach has better assistant coaches, right? Because especially with Coach Kunkel's new role as assistant principal, like getting practices started, he may not be there, but he can rely on his staff, guys who've been with this program for years, whether it's as a player into a coach like a Ben Ramsier, or just other guys like Coach Shantz, who's just been around for some time and is just feeding and feeding and feeding, knowing what those expectations are.
Yeah, also with Coach Bowman and Coach Bonowit, they've been there, just with Kunkel pretty much the whole time. So, I mean, that creates longevity between, your coaching staff, and then that goes down into your middle school and your youth programs, and, that's how you build a good culture.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not even just the success in football for Kunkel. Like, even his first job, he was a head girls basketball coach, a small school near West Lafayette, Purdue grad. But then when he came to Bluffton, taking over the track program, I know you benefited highly, had success there. I mean, he's as a head coach, he's won 5 sectionals, 2 in football, 3 in track, and the state coach of the year in track and field in 2015. Several track titles for the conference, and it's just something where when he's going to lead a team, he's going to be able to motivate every single young man and young woman on the track and field to be their best, and it's just so much fun to see him around.
About to kick off the second half here. Abram Garrett kicking off to Shenandoah. Good deep kick to Stevens. He's on the return. Tackled by Elijah Kerner. Making some huge plays with what grade is he in? 11th, junior?
Yeah, Eli Kerner, junior. Hard-working young man.
You got to take those reps on special teams serious. Then, we seen him fill in for Cooper Craig on defense. You work hard on special teams to earn that spot, on defense or your offense.
Well, and that could be something, too, that could be a big role for Kerner to step up into. Like, obviously, Craig is so pivotal on the offense that if you can give him half the game to rest defensively, Kerner could kind of etch his way in there. I know he's kind of worked hard, and as a track coach, he's worked his tail off earning one of the 400 spots, and so it's fun to see him he's just so much passion, so much competitiveness, kind of see him starting to take in one of these roles for the Tigers.
Shenandoah in a tight formation, tight bunch. Single back, Cash. Jarrett Hellman at the helm.
Surprised it's taking us that long to say that one.
I know.
Hellman trying to get Callie there, I believe. No, that was not Callie. That was number 32.
Yep, 32.
That would be
Braylon Whaley.
Okay, I think that may have been the first time we've said his name since the pregame show. But unable to connect. A little low, but I think kind of rushed around a little bit.
Two by two for Shenandoah Raiders. QB option.
Hellman getting taken down by, who's that? Freeman.
And
I almost think it was Boots, but I'm not too sure.
I might have been Declan. I think it was a single digit.
Okay, so Declan, Greaser, John O'Leary, Freeman on the assisted tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5, pardon me. First game woes for all of us as I'm struggling to keep the scoreboard updated. As Hellman drops back, looking far side. He's going to scramble. A little dump pass there, but nice kind of coverage by Cooper Craig, forcing it to drop incomplete. Kind of just blocking the vision of the receiver there. Was that number 32, Braden Whaley, as the intended target? I should have think he just couldn't see where the ball was.
Yeah. There was a lot of traffic in front of him. Shenandoah at a punt here. Got A.J. Strevler and looks like that's Teeple running back as well. Late sub for Bluffton. I don't know what number that is. 56?
Should probably keep my papers in front of me.
Oh.
I'm going to get
called timeout. We got too many men on the field.
Not too sure. Yeah, Bluffton definitely had too many men on the field. That could be a costly penalty. Yep.
There, they throw the flag.
So, looking, maybe giving them free yardage and a first down. So, they're saying. So it looks like the penalty is going to be going against the Tigers because there was discussion about there possibly being a delay of game, but it looks like they're calling the too many men on the field for against the Tigers instead.
Coach Kolkman and Coach Kunkel trying to get the officials' attention, see what's going on. Shenandoah has brought out their offense, but the ball has not moved yet.
So Coach Kunkel, Kolkman, I'm sure it's obviously not their first conversation with the official, but so everybody's trying to wonder. Looks like
chains haven't moved. Yep.
So the officials are making sure that nobody. It almost looks like Shenandoah is trying to go for it, but okay. So yeah, they are moving the chains, taking the first down. They look like they're going to snap from the original line of scrimmage there.
And the penalty gives the Raiders a first down, moving those chains.
Tight formation for the Raiders again. Stevens in motion, pitching it to him.
Man, it really just seemed like the Tiger defense is just adapted to this. The variety of attack that
making Stevens, making them run laterally instead of north and south. So that's what you want to do. String them out, run into that sideline.
It seemed like all the openings that were there in that first quarter and early second, it just seems like the Tigers have made those adjustments. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right? Like, It doesn't matter how the game starts. It's making those adjustments when the time calls for it. Hellman dropping back again. He's got some pressure. He's going to get ripped down.
Freeman, Fox.
and Morgan. All three kind of sharing that sack there. I think without Freeman kind of being that one to slow Hellman down, I don't think Griff is going to be able to get that big hit on him. And obviously Mason Fox just being there, that just preventing any sort of opportunity to break a tackle.
Freeman's very quick. I mean, I've seen him get through the line several times, and he has that speed to get Hellman, because Hellman, can run.
Hellman once again, he got trips on the near side, but another false start. This time it was Boots and Freeman O'Leary. Shouldn't be a first down, though, but still going to make it more manageable for the Raiders. So mistakes proving an annoyance. May not be costly just yet for the Tigers, but it's still just been an absolute annoyance all night long for Bluffton. So these are life stats that we received. I'm not sure if that was Coach Ribbich or who, but thank you for emailing these to us, because it's going to be a big tool going forward. And nice
tunnel
to have.
Screen. Jarrett, was that Jarrett Gray?
That was Carter Gray.
Carter Gray.
And
Not going down.
I mean, that's about as best you can ask for if you're Coach Tillman and the Raiders, or Coach Stillwell and the Raiders, because, I mean, you get that surefire reception and you just get that just full speed, get that first down, extra yardage there. Those yards after catch, I mean, just
huge. That tunnel screen's almost basically, if you really want to think about it, is a run play.
Yeah.
It's short, high percentage throws.
As Cowley's just going to be met right at the line by Boots as the primary tackler, Leary Freeman joining them as well. Good sportsmanship there by number 78, Kai Peevler, helping Mason Fox off the turf. Always love to see that. They'll be 2nd and 10 now. Cowley in the backfield with Hellman. Stevens in motion. Play action to Stevens. Nice little athletic catch there on the tips of his toes as he's falling forward and just pulls it in. Not quite diving catch, but definitely had to give his all to secure that one. Bring up 3rd and 5.
Yep, they motioned Stevens there, faked the backside run, and then he leaked out right into that flat, and nice easy throw. But pretty hard catch. I mean,
yeah. I think if he would have been like a half a step faster, it could have been big yards for the Raiders. Play action to nobody. Hellman's going to get just shrug off Griffin Morgan. You don't hear that one too often. But number 64 with the tackle.
Cooper Jenkins,
the sophomore. I mean, but Jenkins, that is quite the name for Bluffton football. How did I miss him when I'm talking about these power backs for Bluffton? Tucker Jenkins. He was one of the most fun, especially when, like, Kamel came up and all of a sudden you get that speed and then just power right through. It was a surefire 2 yards every single time Tucker touched that ball. So 4th and 4. Cowley back to punt. Looks like it's Teeple, as the lone returner.
Nice punt.
And Teeple's going to let it bounce. Going to roll a little bit into their zone. Going to be down at around the 18-yard line by number 5, Braden Ebler. Good punting. There's been pretty good punting on both sides.
You see some games and snaps going over the head, or it wobbles back to them, or they kick it and it goes 10 yards. But no, both teams have punted very, very well tonight.
Definitely an underrated skill and role in football. I think honestly, I can probably only name one punter. That's Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
But it's something where it just gives your defense a chance, right? It takes a little bit of pressure off the offense and takes that pressure off the defense and puts it on the opposing side. So Tigers kind of back in their own zone, best empty backfield. He's going to drop deep. He's going to be rushed. He's scrambling, though, shrugging off the first tackle, and going to get forced out of bounds by number 83, Alex Courtier. But Best does gain about 4 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 6. Just, that's one thing. Like we've seen Axton now, really second year, but I'm sure you saw him in the middle school program and stuff like that. Seeing him in the basketball court, baseball a little bit too. Like just the pure athleticism that he has. Like what looks like would be a guaranteed sack, it just could be a big-time gain for Bluffton. He's going to hand this one off to Kamel Moore. He's going to come to the near side. He's going to need 2 or 3 defenders to bring him down. That was number 14 and number 28. So that was Hellman and Cowley. I feel like we've said those two quite often on the tackle.
Kamel Moore first down there.
It's fascinating because I feel like Kamel and Cooper are 2 very different running backs, but they are both so tough to bring down by a defense. I want to point out, too, like I love the defense by Hellman. He's trying to punch that ball loose. Tigers have had some struggles holding onto the ball as that quick receiver screen over
to Maddox White, first varsity catch.
Look at that, Maddox White. I'm sure we'll be saying that one for a few times in these next 4 years.
And White over reception.
Not his first touch because he is the placeholder, but very, again, underappreciated role. Be 2nd and 6.
Hellman's came down more in the box, kind of running around, not playing too high safety.
Tigers keeping empty backfield. Best step back, but just stepped right up into the big opening that his line created and gained about 13 yards right up the gut.
About 5 of those 13 yards after contact.
Yeah.
Kept his feet rolling, stayed low, falling forward. That's what they always teach is to fall forward. You don't ever want to fall backwards because you're losing yards.
Man, just shout out to this line. The starting line for Bluffton being Zane Best, Betts, Cooper Jenkins, Mason Fox. Oh, that's defense. Pardon me. Connor Landis, Austin Bennett, Zane Best, Grayson Crowder, Wyatt Holmes up front as the starters. You're going to have Hayden Allfield, Mason Fox in there at times as well. Just creating room and space for the running backs, creating time for Axton to see a play develop just like that one and be able to just strike whenever you can.
Yeah, I've been really impressed, too, with Axton scrambling. You know, we haven't had any holding calls.
Yeah, knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
Plenty of offsides, but offense has been pretty clean as Axton, I think that was a design QB draw there. Breaking to the far side of the screen for a first down. Hellman, once again, on the tackle. Got Moore in the backfield, Bustos, Birch on the near side. I believe that's White and Strevler on the far side. Going to hand right off to Kamel Moore. He's got space. He's going to juke around. He's going to get brought down by number 16. That is Brendan Pruitt there on the tackle. Looks like the Raiders have gone a little bit deeper than – I'm looking at the offensive depth chart. Hey, that's what you get for having a basketball guy calling football games.
Hey, but it is small print. I will give it to you.
Yeah. But it will be 2nd and 1 for Bluffton. I do appreciate these resources, though. I mean, Coach Kunkel sharing the starters and everything for both teams.
Yeah, been very helpful.
Yeah, as Moore, I believe, will get that first down on about 2-yard gain there.
Moore brought down by 4 different
See more Kamel Moore in the second half than Cooper Craig. Maybe just trying to switch up a look, get a little bit different, maybe more plays to the outside compared to Cooper Craig up the middle.
I mean, that could be. Do you think that could be part of like trying to be that clock management, where you keep it outside, just kind of let the play develop a little bit more as well, or like?
Yeah. No, you're right, and also it gives Cooper a break too. I mean, it keeps Kamel fresh as well.
That's a nice little block there by Kamel, but not going to be enough to prevent the strip sack.
He hit it out of Axton's, but who fell on it?
Axton did recover.
Fell. Yep.
Was that Cowley on the strip? I believe that was Cowley on the strip there.
Cowley on the strip.
But Axton being able to fall right back on it. And just tenacious. I'm going to call it 2nd and 22, as looks like the scoreboard agrees with me. As Tigers, man, some bumps in the road here tonight, but with this 20-14 lead here in the Cannon Carpet third quarter, do you want to shout them out as a deep pass by Axton Best falls over the head safely out of the hands of the defense. So again, Cannon Carpet third quarter here tonight. Cannon Carpet has been locally owned and family operated for over 50 years. With various carpets, hardwood, ceramic, laminate, vinyl, LVT, and area rugs, see the experts at Cannon Carpet, 12108 US 27 South in Fort Wayne. And the thing I love about these sponsors is they really are the same ones from a year ago, and it just really means a lot to have their support. If you guys ever looking for anything, I mean, again, we couldn't be doing this without them, so do give them a look whenever you're searching for these options. As Best looking deep to Stravler once again, and he nearly comes up with it. Good defense there by number 11.
Carter Gray.
He's had a big play kind of throughout the night, but looks like may be a little stung up there. So we're going to take he's up on his feet, so good to see. Again, just early season. Everybody still kind of getting conditioned for football. So 4th and 22 here. Looks like Tigers are sending Garrett out for the punt. But what do you think the yardage would be to go, like, from the 36-yard line, 37-yard line? Like, how short would you have to gain for you to go for it here?
Yeah, I mean, what are we at here? Yeah.
22 is a little daunting.
Yeah. I mean, probably 10 more yards here. I'm going for it. I mean, if we're back at the original line of scrimmage, I bet you Kunkel would probably go for it.
Lots of clock drain, though. And that's always a positive, but Shenandoah will. Oh, nice attempt there by, I think that was Marshall Gerber, and can't tell who the other one was. Was it 18? Is that Alex Meckling trying to get that down to just shy of the goal line, but just a little short there, and going to be another touchback. And good-looking punt by Abram Garrett. I think that's something, and you see those. What do you call them? Like, what's Marshall and Alex's role is?
They're the gunners. Yep. So when you're close in there, you're trying to down it within the 10-yard line, and you want to run downfield. You get 5 yards or you run to the 5 yards to the goal line. You look back, and then you're supposed to turn around on that goal line, wait for it like a ground ball.
Yeah. So I think just early season, like, again, you got to get those reps in. You can't really simulate it that well in practice. Be interested to see when they finally get that to work in their favor. Pass from Hellman to, was that
Ethan Taylor?
Ethan Taylor's over the head into the Bluffton sideline. But good timing there. Like, that ball got to Taylor as soon as he was turning back towards the ball, just a little high. I know as a Packer fan, I love seeing that with Aaron Rodgers. Just something that just a huge tool in an offensive arsenal.  Cowley in the backfield. We've got Stevens on the near side. Or no.
Tunnel screen again.
Then the ball's out, and that one fumbled forward and scooped immediately up by, I think that's number 18, Garrett May, with the recovery.
I think it was back to Ethan Taylor, the original pass.
So that ball just bounced perfectly for the Raiders. I mean, that could have been a dangerous recovery there for the Tigers if that ball would have just bounced just slightly further to the left. So it is going to be 1st and 10 for Shenandoah. And Tigers lead 20-14 here in the K&N Carpet third quarter.
Empty look for Shenandoah here.
Hellman with the designed run, breaking through the arms of the Tiger defense, but then running right into a brick wall of others. I think that may have been Jessup as one of the first ones to kind of stuff them. I think I'm seeing Declan and Gavin Greaser, maybe. No, that was Kerner and Morgan, I believe. Really being the ones to bring Hellman down officially.
Third quarter has not been exciting as second quarter for either teams.
Yeah, if you want action, go rewatch that first half. Third quarter, though, it's just been kind of a ground and pound by both teams. Neither defense really budging. As Hellman with the option keeper. And, again, getting close to that first down marker, but just a few Tigers too many. I see Marshall Gerber kind of in there. I think Cooper Craig was probably in that mix. Or, no, that's – may have been Jacob Kephart in that mix there. No, Reese Himes, I think, 66. Sam Cortez.
Cortez, yeah.
But that does look like it's going to bring us to the end of that K&N Carpet third quarter. Here on the Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard, Bluffton 20, Shenandoah 14. We'll be back here on Witness Media. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media. Once again, Michael Vanderkolk on the call, Brandon Lockwood on color and analysis, knowing things. I have no clue what he's saying half the time, but I love it. And Aiden Teeple up on video. Appreciate this crew. Appreciate the in-depth knowledge that you can bring. Just something that is just so pivotal. I'm sure people get sick. It's like, hey, man, this isn't basketball, so stop talking basketball. But Tigers looking in a pretty good spot here, 2014. Shenandoah, 3rd and 1 to start this third quarter. So what are you kind of thinking here?
Michael.
Fourth quarter. Oh, my goodness.
Michael.
The Ben Berman State Farm Insurance fourth quarter, that is. Ben Berman, he is your good neighbor State Farm agent in Bluffton. Ben and his team can handle your home, auto, life, and commercial insurance needs. Call 260-824-1928 or visit the office on the south end of town. As Shenandoah will be going left to right on your screen. Tiger defense moseying on out there as well. I don't think either team seems to be in too much of a rush to get this fourth quarter started. I think maybe a little fatigue here early on in the season.
I mean, it is getting late too. It's about 9:30. You know, most of the time you're already over at the game, and now you're just starting the fourth quarter.
Yeah, these kids past their bedtime.
Yep,
right?
yep.
I think I'm past my bedtime.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yep.
And Tigers, another encroachment penalty. Just trying to jump the snap, the count there, proving costly. I think this, the fourth one that I can think of at least. is what do you think's going through the mind of the Tigers just time and time again jumping off?
Yeah, I think they're sending that Jake Boots, Will linebacker, and he's just not watching the ball. He thinks he's just going full steam ahead, and which is hard when you're blitzing and they give you a hard count like that. It is hard not to jump off sides.
So the Raiders, Hellman on the far 45. He's going to step back, looking far side, stepping up through the line. He's got Cooper on his pursuit, and Cooper just a shoestring tackle there, just getting a hand on the foot. Hellman does dive forward, falls forward, if you will, for the first down.
And first down, Raiders. Moving those chains.
And I was wondering if maybe that's the reason Kamel's getting more reps offensively. Cooper seems to be stepping up a little bit more on the defensive end as that linebacker. You got that speed and power. Just kind of saving his legs a little bit, especially if you got more working, producing. Good way to get that rest. A little bit more. Another man in motion. That is Gray. And pitch out to Cowley, but he's going to get brought down once again. Cooper Craig just quickly into the backfield, not giving Cowley any sort of opportunity to break free. Do got timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick break here and be back on Witness Media.
Modern meets classic with the new Amara Stone Wedding Band collection at Richard's Jewelry. Made in the USA with recycled metals, these rings mix traditional gold with new contemporary metals for a sleek, edgy look and design. Life gets tough, but so are these industrial wedding bands featuring Benchmark's lifetime guarantee. Richard's Jewelry, your exclusive Amara Stone dealer in downtown Berne.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, just very minor injury there as Freeman very much so on his own power getting to the sideline.
Yeah, it looked like a cramp, Michael, which, it was a little hot today, and when you're not drinking enough fluids, you tend to cramp.
You're saying high schoolers aren't drinking enough water?
Yeah. Shocker, right?
2nd and 16 is what the scoreboard shows for the Raiders.
Probably all them mean teachers not letting them drink water at school.
Hey, they can. They can carry their own water bottles. As pass to number 18, Garrett May, off the hands. You got coverage by, I believe that was Gerber and Birch. Yep. Birch as the primary defender. He's going to step off, give leeway to Trey Bustos. Kamel Moore coming in for number 25. That's Alex Mecklin is 25. He's the one wearing the leader, the hard-working number. It'll be 3rd and 16 now for Shenandoah. That Tiger front line looking like it's Fox, Jenkins, and Bennett, I believe. As Hellman's looking deep on the far side. He's got his man, and he's got the catch. Carter Gray getting the ball at the peak. Or I guess really at his peak. At his peak, he's catching that one on the sideline. Good enough for a first down and threatening within the 30-yard line. Again, this Tiger defense, bend not break. Let's see how much more they can hold here. Thank you, Caleb Lloyd, for that shout out. 4th quarter officially for the past minute and a half. And Hellman looking deep once again, looking over top, and they're going to be caught. Was he in, though? So that was caught, I believe, Garrett May once again, but there's a flag on the play, so whether it's a touchdown or not, the Raiders will be at least marching forward.
Garrett May on the reception.
So, again, there looks like pass interference, I believe.
Offensive
pass interference.
Yep.
Okay, so this must have say that May pushed off of Marshall Gerber there, or Trey Bustos. So fortunate break for the Tigers. I think Tigers know how that one feels. Again, that Franklin County regular season finale last year, that would be potential game-tying touchdown to lead taking PAT, called back because of offensive pass interference. Hate to see it, but the Tigers catching a big break there. That's a 15-yard loss. I mean, huge play there by Gray to give them that big first down. Kind of negated seeing it, but Hellman, he can strike it deep, seeing if they can find another connection here. Tigers are going to bring up the pressure. Hellman is just going to have to embrace the contact by several Tigers. I believe Mason Fox may have been the one to get the tackle. Griffin Morgan was there. Number 75.
Connor Landis
as well. Mason's up and good. But again, it just seemed like every Tiger lineman and linebacker was right there in front of Hellman.
I've been really impressed with Bluffton defensive line. You know, Hellman's getting outside, but, you know, you see the Tiger defensive lineman running to them, trying to get that tackle. They're not giving up on the play even though they're backside. I mean, that's all about effort.
And just seeing Griff right now just hyping up the linemen. Like, it's just, again, that senior leadership, that energy that he brings to a defensive team. Those of you who watch the Tiger basketball team, he brings that same intensity to the hardwood as well. May get him some foul trouble here or there, but it's perfect. Absolutely perfect for this football squad.
He's the tone setter, Michael.
Yeah. Oh, and then, like, you get out to a baseball game, see him pitch, and he's just absolutely cool, calm, collected. Just kind of a different athlete in that regard, but still just, again, that tone setter. Hellman looking deep towards the middle, and it might be picked off. Almost picked off there by a diving Colson Teeple. Looks like a flag is on the play in the backfield. Not sure holding or late roughing the passer. We'll kind of see after this coach or officials meeting. Colson Teeple nearly coming up with that one. He had, I believe, 4 interceptions for the Tigers last year. Looks like positivity on the Shenandoah sideline. So, yeah, personal foul, ref and the passer against the Tigers.
That hurts, Michael. That hurts. Yeah, it's 15-yard penalty.
15 yards. Does that reset the downs as well? Or, yeah, it looks like it does reset the downs. The weird chains moving backwards for a first down. Resets the downs. Again, these penalties the Tiger defense has been committing, just allowing the Raiders to stay in this one. This one may be the biggest one of them all. Hellman's looking strong, getting the Tigers once again to jump off sides. And just giving the free yardage early on in the season. Just early season nerves, some inexperience in some spots. Seeing good things all across the board for the Tigers defense, but again, there's always going to be something to work on.
Yep.
No matter the way that, obviously, you want to come away with any win that you can get, but this game is the first game of the season, non-conference. And Cash Cali,
Cooper Craig and Aaron Jessup on the tackle.
Going to bully his way into another first down. But again, it's first game of the season, non-conference. You got to learn, and you got to get that seasoning in. Obviously, Coach Kunkel's seen good things out of these young men on the defensive line. So, going to get some reps in, I'm sure, on some count.
Watching the ball. Yeah, watching the ball.
So Tigers going to take a timeout. Shenandoah with some momentum here in this Ben Berman State Farm Insurance fourth quarter. We'll be back on Witness Media.
Looking to elevate your construction project? Schwartz Contracting is here to deliver. With over 20 years in the industry, owner Dan Schwartz has been providing reliable home construction, barn buildings, pole barns, garages, barns, and barn dominiums throughout Adams County and beyond. When it comes to building your dream home or an impressive new barn, Dan Schwartz and his team are the ultimate champions. When you choose SCI, you're getting a team that brings expertise and commitment to take down every project. They're all about getting the job done right. Are you ready to tackle your next project? Contact Dan Schwartz at 260-525-0266, Schwartz Contracting, where solid construction is always the winning move.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Green Field here at Shenandoah High School. The Raiders started off strong. Big touchdown in the first quarter. Second one to take a 14-0 lead early in the second, but the Tigers came roaring back with 3 straight touchdowns of their own in that second quarter. Block PAT. Keep this one. Raiders kind of moving this ball forward. Have a chance to tie it up or take the lead here late in this season opener. What do you think, Coach Kunkel? I'm sure you've heard that speech before. What is going on in that sideline huddle for the Tigers?
Yeah, I think they're just telling them to calm down. You know, you jump off sides, but you can't let it affect your next play. Especially now that they're in the red zone, you just want to, like you've been saying all night, bend but don't break.
So Cash Cowley, he's not an easy one to break though, as he's kind of been powering through here late in this drive. Hellman's going to keep that option, and he's going to get taken down quite quickly by number 54 and 64. That's Cooper Jenkins and Jake Boots. No gain on the play.
Hellman brought down by Jenkins.
Hellman, Cowley once again in the backfield. Wide snap looking deep against Birch. Birch is up and contesting, and he gets a hand on it. They're looking for the flag. It doesn't seem like one is coming in. As I think that's one where if we had the cameras that be analyzing, a lot of times you see that on the big times, you got to almost like turn and make that play on the ball. Not sure if Birch necessarily did, so could be a fortunate break for the Tigers. Or there truly wasn't any contact and good eyes by the official. Again, they have a much better view for that spot than we do up here. And if you disagree, I'm sure the ice shit today will take you as an official as well. As Hellman now 3rd and 10. He's going to scramble around. The flag is on the play. That ball does drop through the hands of
Garrett May.
Garrett May.
Great coverage by Birch again.
So we'll see if that's offense, defense. Thinking could kind of go either way. I think it was before the pass, so I'm going to assume holding.
Yep.
Now, do you just decline the penalty here, make it 4th and 10, force Shenandoah to make a decision whether or not to go for it?
I don't know, Michael. That's a tough question. I think he declines the penalty. It's already 4th down. You give him, because you don't want him to have that extra down.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking too. I mean, it seems like at this point, a first down is going to be a touchdown. I mean, 14 yards to go. You want them to get 14 yards. You want them to get 19 yards. Mm-hmm. And every single play seems like it's going to be going towards 20 yards plus. And I think Coach Kunkel agrees it's going to be 4th and 10. This might be the play of the game for both sides of the ball. Shenandoah has struck deep. They have forced the Tigers to jump off sides time and time again. Let's see if Hellman and company are going to have a delayed snap. You got Trips out on the far side. You got May on the close side. He's looking far side to the Trips. He's got an open receiver, and he connects. Stevens. Once again, Blaine Stevens wide open for the touchdown.
Great ball by Hellman.
I mean, that would just seem like it was just the perfect decoy routes there, kind of a crossing route by the receivers. D-backs getting tangled up in the matchups, and just, again, the sure hands of Blaine Stevens. Shenandoah is going for the PAT, looking to just take the 1-point lead. They are 2 for 2 so far. All PATs good except for the block. That one. And this one is
good.
Plenty good. Shenandoah. Big time drive there for the Raiders. 21-20. 8:24 to go on this Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. All on Witness Media.
Steve Rich has been serving all of Adams County as a Good Neighbor State Farm agent from his office in Decatur since 1980. For all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance, Steve can show you what being a good neighbor is all about. Call or text Steve at 728-2933 or stop by his office at 230 South 2nd Street in Decatur from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. He can even meet you in the evening or on Saturday by appointment. All your insurance needs under one roof. To combine and save, talk with State Farm agent Steve Rich.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Witness Media. Shenandoah struck first and second. Tigers 3 in the middle, and the Raiders taking the lead late in this one thanks to a big drive catch in the end zone by Blaine Stevens, courtesy of Hellman. Tigers, though, they have 8:24. As I've watched plenty of IU football, listened to IU football with my dad, one thing he's always said is too much time on the clock. And we'll kind of see if the Tigers can capitalize on this scoreboard, showing 8.5 minutes.
For Shenandoah, there is 14 plays, 100 yards, and 5 minutes and 12 seconds for that touchdown. So a lot of chunk of time off the clock.
Low kick caught there by number 10. Number 10, Jacob Kephart. I think Kephart's one of those guys who I saw in the scrimmage last week, kind of making some big plays and trying to earn some more opportunities. The junior is listed as a receiver and defensive back, so nice kind of showing and catching that squib kick there. Tigers, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, new look for the Tigers offense. We got number 7, Gavin Greaser, in the backfield with Kamel Moore.
Looks like he's going to be treated as the fullback. Kamel powering right through the middle, I guess speeding right through the middle and gaining a quick 8 yards for the Tigers. And that one just seemed like he just saw that hole and he was just already through it.
Yeah, they're bringing Gavin Greaser into the game for essentially as an extra blocker.
Yeah. Big sophomore is Greaser. I'd say about 6'2" and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Best handing it off once again to Kamel Moore. Kamel carrying a couple Raiders with him, but it was number 11 and 16 to kind of hold on. That was Carter Gray and Brendan Pruitt with the tackle. The Tigers had, 8.5 minutes we said, a minute off the clock, and they're already at the Raider 30. Short kickoff fielded by Kephart. Couple strong runs by Kamel Moore to get this offense in a good position. But, lots of space to go, lots of time. See what they can do. It looks like Craig now is the fullback spot. And it's going to be a QB draw. And Bess is going to gain probably about 3 or 4 yards on that one. Do love hearing the excitement from Shenandoah. It's like, yeah, but it's still 4-yard gain, 3-4 yard gain for the Tigers. But, when you get those big yards from scrimmage time and time again, yeah, you're going to be grateful just to bring them down. No hurry by the Tigers. Got still over 10 seconds on the play clock. Looking to the sideline for some adjustments.
I like how Bluffton's given Shenandoah a lot of different looks on offense. Keep them guessing.
And that one at the 1 second mark at the deadline. Moore going to get taken down right at the line. I think he kind of fell forward to the line of scrimmage. But again, like I agree. Like they've changed up the looks of the formations, different ways to attack. But this game is really, like last week was the scrimmage against Garrett, but this game, it's regular season, but it's the real first time that you can try anything and everything. You can't pick and choose the situation, right?
Yep. Yeah, you can throw those different looks at them. You know, it gets the defense shifted a little bit differently, but you can also run the same plays out of it, which is awesome for Bluffton. I mean, you can, you know, keep them guessing. You can make a lighter box. You can make a heavier box. You know, with the two back, you're going to make it into a heavier box. And, Michael, what I mean by that is you're bringing more into the count. So you count the linemen and you count the linebackers. So you're usually going to bring a safety down, if you're Shenandoah, to make that box a little bit heavier when you got a two-back set.
Yeah, just – and likely going to be a run, so you're just going to fill in those holes as much as possible. And good to see these young men getting up on their own, walking off to the sidelines. And I do want to give shout-outs to both lines, like just players that tend to not get a lot of the love and attention, but very pivotal on team successes year in, year out. Offense, defensive line. It seems like a lot of the times when the defensive lineman gets a tackle, it's like, I think that was a couple of them and something like that. Yeah. So this Raider faithful is picking it up on the sideline, trying to amp this defense up. Love that the student section's in the end zone, that the Tigers are attacking, so it's only going to get louder and louder. Best on the rollout play action. He loses it and falls on it safely, but costly, as it's going to be 4th and about 18 yards. Just slipping out of his hands. Maybe 20, like over 20 yards. 20.
4th and 20, it says.
4th and 20 is what we're going to go with here. I mean, that's
a killer.
Uncharacteristic mistake by Axton. They've got Craig in the backfield. Got to be a pass. As Bess is going to roll out to the right. He's going to look deep. He's got the state high jumper and Eli Birch, and he makes the catch for a touchdown. Eli Birch.
Great play, double move there, hitch and go. He stutter steps, cornerback stops, to go forward, blows right past him for a touchdown.
I mean, that is just absolute ice in the veins by the Tigers. Possibly dagger, but again, lots of time on this clock. Tigers with a huge touchdown, 40-yard touchdown pass from Best to Birch. Tigers going to be going for 2. Try to make this a 7-point contest, as the Raiders are pretty sure-footed. Possibly going to be a rollout. Nope. Looking up to, I think that was to Strevler, but just nicely defended. I believe that was by number 5, Braden Ebler. So they're going to say Garrett May, the home PA, knows these guys a little bit more than we do. So Garrett May with another big play for the Raiders. Tigers now 26-21, 5:02 to go. Throughout the middle portion of this game, the Tiger defense has just been so strong. But that last drive by the Raiders just seemed to be controlling every little thing that they could do and have struck deep time and time again. So what is going to be the message in this brief huddle for Bluffton?
Yeah, I think it's about, obviously we're not going to jump off sides. I know they're harping them on that. Don't give them free yards. Do not give them free yards, because that's the drive killer. You're giving them more yards. Secondly, I think it's about, I think they're going to play safe. I mean, they're going to play a lot more zone coverage, not man-to-man. They're going to sit back in coverage and play everything in front of them. You
got to keep Hellman honest, because he's got the ability to scramble. you got to keep that pressure on, but you also know he can adapt, right? And he's found the open man so many times. So, yeah, like it's just I'm very glad that we made this drive down here. Bringing this one to you. Again, thank you to Berne Witness Media for allowing us to cover these ones, all the sponsors to make it happen as well. And for all of you who tune in week after week, game after game, to follow these Bluffton Tigers and all these different sports. Garrett's kick is fielded nicely at the 5-yard line, and that is by number 18, I believe. Garrett May once again. Nice little, let's say about 25-yard gain from the 10. So Jake Boots on the tackle. Looks like the Tigers are going to have Fox, Jenkins, and John O'Leary Freeman on the line. You got the dangerous duo of Boots and Morgan inside. Looks like Gerber and Craig as the outside linebackers. Hellman scrambling around. He's shrugging around. Jenkins, he's running away from Morgan, and he throws it to the Bluffton Tigers sideline. No harm, no foul. But 2nd and 10. Through the flag.
Intentional grounding, Michael. Yeah, didn't cross the line of scrimmage is what I think they're going to call here.
Okay, so, yeah, I knew that. I mean, being right in front of the Bluffton sideline, too, you know they're going to be howling for that one. So, I mean, big time flag there, penalty. Really been quite I guess they've had a couple holding calls here and there. Both teams early season. And that's a tough one. Again, you got O'Leary Freeman, you got Morgan on your tail. You were just on the opposite sideline.
Picking up the flag.
All right. I think could have been. It was definitely very close to the line of scrimmage. I thought he was definitely clearly out of the pocket. No receiver in the area, but again, out of the pocket. So good heads-up play and kind of a fortunate breath for the Raiders as well. And you got Craig and Gerber on the outside edges. You got Meckling on the far side, Bustos on the near side, and Teeple near safety. I believe Jessup as the far safety. Hellman looking near side, quick screen to May. He's going to dance around, spin move, and into a group of Tigers, but still gaining about 6 yards on the quick wide receiver screen.
Big 3rd down for the Tigers.
This is going to be one of those plays where the Tigers are going to want to have the success that they desire and crave this season, kind of projected again, being 10th in the state. It's going to be something where they're going to be in situations like this. Can't much ask for a much better season opener. Hellman, though, he wants to make this senior year debut special. They're going to call false start this time. So this time, the line of scrimmage penalty going against the Raiders. Tigers probably grateful.
I think the D-line were all giving high fives to each other, clapping each other. I think they're pretty excited about that one.
But at the same time, 3rd and 9, 4th and 20, I don't really care what it is for this offense for Shenandoah. They're going to be able to convert. And Tigers can take all the little victories for sure, but they got to stay on their toes because Hellman, Cowley, Stevens, and May have just proven dangerous time and time again. Got a man in motion. Hellman looking
screen
near
and go,
side,
screen and go,
looking deep, and you got Teeple on the defense and deflection. That was intended to Carter Gray. And again, great defense by Colson
Yeah.
Teeple there.
Yeah, was able to turn around like we said earlier. You got to turn around. He looked for the ball, got hands on it, just didn't come up with the pick.
Yeah. And nearly with the interception. I think Gray does do a nice job getting his hands on that one. Playing good defense in a way, giving his offense another chance at it. 4th and 8, don't need the Hail Mary. They've kind of tried to throw a quick hook or curl route, kind of see what they may do. All they need is about 8.5 yards. See what this offense is going to come up with. Hellman dropped back. He's looking near side, and he got it. He caught it. What a catch by Garrett May. That one, I think, is a highlight reel catch. Full extension, perfectly placed on that and timed on that curl route. Eli Birch did his best, but holy cow, that was beautiful. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. See, I know football sometimes.
There
Get
you
that
go.
quick curl route.
Yeah. Great back shoulder. Unbelievable catch.
And May coming up off the sideline on that one, but well-earned first down by the senior receiver. Hellman with a fresh out of downs, kind of bumped into by his running back, but he's going to find his receiver on the far side.
I think that was Stevens.
Stevens, nice big target.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a 6'2", 185-pound receiver. Just sure hands. And doing a nice job just securing the positive yards for his Raiders squad. Hellman handing this one off. Cowley, he's going to power through, gain a couple yards. Got to shrug off. He's got boots on, hanging on him, and he still finds a way to gain a few extra yards, making it 3rd and about 2 or 3. And Jake Boots, like, he's a semi-state qualifying wrestler. Like, that is not an easy man to pull forward. And they're going to call another flag on the play. Hearing clapping on the near side homestands. So going to be another encroachment against the Tigers. So bringing up 1st and 10. That one just seemed like lined up in the wrong position more than jumping early, but still just as detrimental. Hellman and company, 1st and 10, marching down the field on the 37-yard line. He's looking. He's got a man. He's going to connect. No, he's not. Through the hands of Carter Gray. And the no, that's a senior Carter Gray. He's made some good plays, both sides of the ball. That's definitely one he'd wishes he had back. But 2.5 to go here in this Ben Berman State Farm Insurance 4th quarter. No real insurance points for the Tigers. If the Raiders score, it's the lead. No matter what, they don't even need the PAT. As Hellman, he's going to fumble the snap, but he's going to pick it up. He's still got the play, and he's going to get shrug off Morgan, and he's going to break free for a first down and some. A flag is also on the play. I think it might be a face mask, just based off of the way that Hellman kind of turned his head. I'm going to say they decline that one and just take the positive yards and momentum with them. As Cowley is hyping up his faithful, it is a face mask penalty. Is that 5 yards at the end of the play? You're saying, yeah, that's 5 yards added on at the end of the play. So, I mean, incredible effort by Hellman to get the first down. Then he's going to gain a few more yards as well. And that one didn't seem anything malicious. It just seemed.
Yep. Sometimes it just gets up there, and maybe I think it might have moved up 10.
All right, so inside the red zone, looking to be about the 14-yard line. Hellman going to hand this one off to Cash. Cash is going to bully his way in. He's got an opening, and he's going to score. Cash Cowley with the 17-yard touchdown run, and this Shenandoah crowd is on fire with a season-opening lead, likely going for 2. You got to at least respect the leg of Ethan Ribich and try to get it to be a game-tying potential only instead of a game winner for the freshman. So Shenandoah going for 2 here. Lots of short down range options. Seeing what Coach Stillwell has in store here.
Garrett May, 6'4" target. He'd be a big threat out here.
Jarrett. They're going Wildcat. Hellman's out wide. Cash is just taking it himself. He's going to get stuffed at the line by Boots. So, Shenandoah, 27. Bluffton, 26 on that Freedom Automotive Group scoreboard. 2:17 to play. Both 2 timeouts in the pocket. Had to burn one early. Still lots of game left. We got ourselves a good one here, Brandon.
This is a good one. It's a very good one. Been exciting.
We will have Coach Kunkel did tell me today that he will come up for the Keystone Cooperative postgame show, so do stay tuned after this one. One way or another, I'm sure Coach Kunkel is going to have quite a lot to say with the way that his team has played in this one. I'm sure a lot of you may be hoping that it's going to be a positive, energetic Coach Kunkel. But this Shenandoah crowd is definitely hyped up. I love to see the student section, just that end zone student section. They're spread out, number to number, and plenty more on the bleachers getting the nice view. It's just a cool vibe that they have going on down here. So kicking for the Raiders looks to be number 2 freshman Reese Oakes. Had a short kick last time, fielded safely by Kephart. This one going to get fielded by Craig. He's got to make up a lot of room, and he's got to do a lot of it. He's got to get it across midfield. Cooper Craig, big-time return for the junior. Putting Best and company in about his best field position possible that they've had all night.
Yeah, great return by Cooper Craig there. Puts him up above midfield. Great starting position with 2:09 left.
Cooper, just coming from a football family, his dad, his uncle, just state champions for Southern Wells back in 2000, 2001, 2000, I forget which one. But he's got that gene in him, and he's just going to give it everything he has. He can take this one 45 yards if he got it here. He's going to get that little halfback flare there, and he's going to gain about 5 yards. Nice tackle there by number 5, Braden Ebler. Tigers may have to show a little bit more hurry here, so it's going to be a 3-yard gain. May need to rush a little bit more. They've been kind of taking the play clock down quite a bit. They do have 2 timeouts. Would love to save those for at need. Low snap, Best gets it safely. Another screen. Going to be a flag on the play. Sounded like a hold. And Craig is going to do what he can to get the yardage, but I believe that one's probably going to be coming back. And another penalty, though, after the whistle. So this one, lots of questions that remain unanswered. Courtier with the tackle. So I think they're saying blindside block on the initial penalty is what the chatter is. Not too sure what I'm assuming a late hit of some sort. Not sure offense, defense, but obviously in a game like this, there's going to be lots of emotions both ways. So they are talking with Coach Stillwell. So it almost seems like it might be 2 on Bluffton, and he's trying to give him the option of which one he would like to accept. And Coach Kunkel receiving the message on his side. So personal foul is going to be, the blindside block is going to be declined, but the holding, the initial penalty, will be accepted. So it's going to be 10 yards from that spot, which is going to keep it at 2nd and down, but it's going to be 2nd and about 17. 1:23 to go here. Kind of do or die situation for the Tigers. Again, last time we were on the call together, very similar situation. We're going to get a timeout taken
by Shenandoah.
We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back here on Witness Media. Don't want to miss this one.
Rooted in the community and backed by extensive experience, Adams Health is here to diagnose the most complex conditions with care and compassion. We offer specialty care in women's health, orthopedics, sports medicine, urology, gastroenterology, pulmonology, neurology, and more. With multiple locations in Adams County, you'll get the care you need close to home. We see new patients quickly because your health shouldn't have to wait. Visit adamshospital.org to schedule today. Your health is our priority.
One is more than a number. It's pride in our history and the promise of what's to come. One farmer, one seed, one season. One changes everything. In 1926, Henry A. Wallace and the founders of Pioneer revolutionized farming, and we've been innovating ever since. 100 starts with one. Our 100th season starts with you.
Can't ask for a much more exciting resolution for this one, folks. Tigers 2nd and about 17. Best is rolling out. He's got Bustos. There is a flag on the play on the sideline.
Flag on the play. Reception by...
I believe that was Bustos. But they're going to say illegal man downfield by the Tigers. Another costly penalty.
Tigers are going in the wrong direction here, Michael.
And the first down marker's not moving with them like it did for Shenandoah last drive. And the sprinklers. The sprinklers are on the field. Feel like a little USC, UCLA.
Yeah.
The band is on the field. Yeah. The sprinklers.
Can't say I've ever seen that.
I mean,
timer went off. 10:05.
I mean, most, like you said earlier, most games are well and over by this point. So kind of giving a little bit of a much-needed just reset for the Tigers. Going to take kind of the unofficial timeout, get things set back up. And Tigers have the ability to strike deep, but it doesn't seem like that's necessarily the most comfortable way of doing so. Like Birch did get that big pass last drive for the touchdown. Strevler with 2 catch and runs for touchdowns as well. But they like to do a little bit more of the chip away game, right?
Yeah, you don't have to get all 22 yards here. You got 2 more downs after this. Get a good chunk here. Set yourself up for the next play.
You got 3 downs to play with. Best going to roll out to the right once again, looking for Birch up the sideline. He's going to slide in, not be able to corral that one. Just a little too low at just past the original line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 22 now. Going to probably need to aim for about that same spot, don't you think?
Yep. I would roll out again, maybe try a double move. But once again, you don't need to you got another down here, so set yourself up for an accomplishable fourth down.
Yeah, trips on the near side. Saw some double action. I'm almost surprised they didn't throw a flag for illegal motion. A hook and ladder. Birch to Shrevler. Shrevler's got the first, and he's going to get taken down by number 18, Garrett May. You don't see a hook and ladder that early.
No.
And working that perfectly too often. Holy cow. What? I don't know if that was a design hook and ladder or if Birch just saw Shrevler there, but either way, just absolutely heads-up play. There was a flag on the play I see on the Bluffton sideline, so I almost am wondering if it was a sideline infraction with all the excitement, but we'll see. Wait for official word from the officials.
Chains are moving.
Again, there was an exciting play for sure. I'm not too sure what happened. Could have been some sort of late hit, something. But we'll kind of see. I think we're going to take a quick break here, see the athletic trainers. I'm not too sure what's going on right now. Looks like Coach Stillwell did make his way to the other sideline. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. No? All right. All right. Garrett May is up on his feet. I don't know about the penalty flag. I saw one on the ground. Not quite sure what it was. Maybe just, hey, get your attention here.
Sideline warning. Yeah.
Sideline warning could have been it. But under a minute to go. Tigers do have 2 timeouts, I believe. I may have missed one. But there was also that excitement with the sprinklers. Best dropping back. He's going to hand this one off to Craig. A little unexpected play by the Tigers, but it's going to be enough for another first down and into the red zone. And Coach Kunkel will use one of those final 2 timeouts. 51.3 seconds to go. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's any other game on Witness Media right now. Hope everybody has been tuned into this one, because it has been quite the season opener and really regular season debut, I believe, in this matchup between Shenandoah and Bluffton. The only other time I could find on John Harrell's website that Bluffton and Shenandoah played was back in 1994, and that was in the sectional. The Tigers came away with that one of a 37-14 victory on Freda Park Field. That game ended up, Tigers lost to Eastbrook 14-12 in the championship game of that year's sectional. Ted Taylor was the coach for Bluffton, Matt Cox for Shenandoah. This one just kind of being again, just exciting. Obviously, we're both Bluffton grads and everything like that, so kind of homers in a way, but it's just been a fun football game to call in both ways. Yeah, Shenandoah, this has been they've been great hospitality, great just company up here in the press box, and a flag, I believe, illegal motion maybe. It looked like
full start.
Yeah, just been very welcoming down here in Middletown. Just mistake after mistake after mistake. They get the momentum going and just seem to step on their own feet.
Bluffton has 9 penalties, Michael, for 62 yards. Shenandoah has 7 for 50.
That's definitely something that this coaching staff on Bluffton, I'm sure, is going to be harping on big time this week in practice. probably be in film study tomorrow. Craig with another handoff. He's got an opening. He's going to get into the 10, into the 5-yard line, probably at like about the 4. Brandon's calling for a spike. I think Kunkel's just going to take the time out instead.
Yeah, I would. We had them on their heels there. I would have probably quick played that, Michael, and just kept,
It's going to be 2nd and 1. But at the same time, like, you're either running this ball up the middle or it's going to be a quick hit pass that's going to drop incomplete at worst case scenario, hopefully. So, maybe, again, that's what Coach Kunkel's seeing is, we can get back to the line quickly if we hand the ball off again, or the play clock's going to be dead. And
talking about something,
I think probably just trying to clean up some mistakes and just drive this one home. And I don't see why you do not give this ball to Cooper Craig. I mean, the kid is an absolute workhorse.
You got plenty of time. You can get a play down. You still got time enough to come back, get on the line, and run another one.
Or maybe a QB, like an option read, like you fake that handoff and Best just bounces out to the outside. You got a full package.
Yep.
I don't know, what would you call it, full house?
Yeah, I think that's Declan Greaser, Cooper Craig, and Kamel Moore with Axon Best.
And Declan's another physical force in there. Cooper moving in front of Declan. And low snap. Best is able to secure it. Tiger's going to have to get up and get to the line of scrimmage. Time is ticking, and it is at an absolute premium. I think it's about 3rd and 6 is what I have. They're going to just... They spiked it. And they're going to go for the field goal, trusting the freshman. Holy cow, Brandon. I don't know if the Bluffton has ever gone for a game-winning field goal.
Not in my time.
Not even a tied game. Down by 1, game-winning field goal. They've already blocked a PAT. They blocked 4 field goals last year. You got a freshman as the placeholder. You got a freshman as the place kicker. Let's see how this one goes. And they're going to be icing the kicker. Oh, my goodness, Brandon. This is absolutely history in the making right here for Bluffton football.
That shows a lot of trust that Kunkel has in the freshmen.
I mean, again, I've seen Ethan Ribbich kicking for, I swear, the past 5 years. Just when I'm at cross country, I just see him out on the practice football field or on the turf itself, just kicking and kicking and kicking. This is what this kid is on the football team to do. He could have played tennis with his older brother, Jacob. Instead, wanting to be I can provide for this varsity team. This is an absolute big moment, and absolute confidence shown by Coach Kunkel. I think any way that this goes, the confidence shown by Coach Kunkel on both Maddox White and Ethan Ribbich is just absolutely unparalleled right now. This is going to be a 30-yarder. It is down. It is up. It is good. Ethan Ribbich, the freshman, the sweet feet freshman, Ethan Ribbich with the field goal. I want to go back in the history books. When was the last time Bluffton had a field goal? I know Abram Garrett has a leg. I know Yaroslav Serduk had a leg. I know Cody Kinsey had a leg. But they did not go for field goals very often, if ever. And what a debut for the freshman.
He made that look easy.
Easy.
I mean, if I was him, I would have been scared. I mean, dang, I would have been sweating bullets.
Yeah. And
calm and collective, man.
And, again, credit to Maddox White. I mean, that is not an easy position. Yeah. I mean, you see that happen in college and pros where that placeholder can't get it down in time or correctly. And that that cohesion between the two.
And the long snapper.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mason Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 3-man unit right there.
Yeah.
And it all has to be, everyone's got to be on the same wave frequency to be able to get that accomplished.
All right, so Abram Garrett here, likely going to be a squib kick, you'd think, because Shenandoah does have quite the return game. They averaged probably about 30 yards per return last year. Seeing what the Tigers can do. Again, they can strike deep. I believe they have at least one timeout. I think they have one timeout remaining. Hellman has a good arm. You've got big targets. You've got dangerous receivers. You saw a hook and ladder. You may be inspired to try it yourself. This is a wild, wild ride here in Middletown. And it's just going to be a true kickoff. Fielded and being returned. Clock is ticking. And you brought down, I believe is that Declan or Gavin?
Declan.
And Declan Greaser with the tackle against, that was Hellman on the return.
Great kickoff coverage by the Tigers there.
All right, so what do you do here defensively, Brandon? Do you send a rush or do you just kind of play prevent defense?
Yeah, you're playing prevent. You don't want anything behind you. So looks like they got A.J. Strevler's going to play some defense.
So you see Strevler and
Teeple, Jessup, Bustos, and Birch.
And then also outside backer Gerber's likely going to drop back into coverage, I would assume, as well. And I'm not throwing near Birch. I'm just not. He's 6'4". He can jump 6'6". I'm not throwing anywhere near him. But sometimes you just might have to with this one.
Now in prevent, Michael, you want to protect the sideline because they could run a play and get out of bounds, be about the 50-yard line, and then be able to set themselves up. So you want to really protect the sidelines here.
Hellman drops back. Just looked like the
hook
and ladder right there. And Stevens is the one on the receiving end. He doesn't get to the sideline. He's down. They're going to have to use the timeout. He had the sideline, doesn't take it.
Aaron Jessup with a big hit.
Big time tackle there. Papa Tyrone got to be proud. Western
Michigan.
Was it Western Michigan as well?
Bronco.
Yeah. So, couple Western Michigan Broncos. I don't know. Hey, if Dwayne Eskridge is watching this, shout out to Dwayne and good luck this season with the Dolphins. But 5.7 seconds to go. No timeouts remaining, I believe. Again, I feel like I lose track of timeouts. I don't believe any because they used one early to stop a play. They used one to ice the kicker. They used one here. I think that's all three. I may have misclicked at one point. Either way, this one's just got a big-time ending coming up. I look back to my senior year. Great time as a photographer capturing at South Adams. Kind of a similar situation. Bluffton with the ball marching. Cameron Gerber as the quarterback. And South Adams, it's an incomplete pass late in the game. And the play clock stops at 0.3 seconds. And Cameron finds Nick Landry for the touchdown in the end. It's a lot of pressure. I've run scoreboard before. It's a lot of pressure. There's times where your finger's fast. There's times where your finger's slow. It's both ways. We'll just kind of see how it play out on the field. Can't jump. I think they're calling for the false start, and it looks like a little bit of dejection on the offensive side. Got to make it just 5 yards tougher for Hellman and the receivers to get this victory. And you're not in these situations often, right?
No, yeah.
And these are situations that every young athlete dreams to be in. It doesn't matter if you're the lineman, if you're the receiver, if you're one of the guys on the sideline, or if you're a student in the student section. You want this game to come down to the wire. You want to be that hero. And let's see what Hellman can do. He's going to be a quick hit on the sideline to number 18, Garrett May, and he does get out of bounds. 1.6 seconds to go. This one will be the Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary in the works for Shenandoah. 40 yards and about 6 inches of the football length to go. A foot, I guess, a football. I don't know if that's how long it is, but it makes make sense to me now. So you know it's going to go deep. My money's on Stevens as the target, but it looks, May is just as tall. He's on the near side. He's got the tall matchup with Birch. Little miscommunication with Ethan Taylor. Hellman is looking both ways. He's got the rush on him. He's got a lot of rush. He gets the ball off, but it is deflected at the line. And the Bluffton Tigers coming away on the road. 29-27 victory. You couldn't have asked for a better contest to start this season, Brandon.
No, you play tough competition. You get away. You squeak by with a win. There's obviously things to fix, and there's stuff to that you're going to give grace to. So great game by both teams, exciting game, and Tigers came out on top. But you play this game 10 times. I think it might be different every single time.
I 100% agree with you, Brandon, as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do have the Keystone Cooperative postgame show. We will be named that Berne Witness Player of the Game, brought to you by FM Investments, Raymond James. We will have Coach Kunkel. Brandon and I will talk about what this game was, kind of looking forward to the rest of the season. Got about 2 minutes of ads. We'll be back here on Witness Media.
M&M Market on the north side of Geneva has established a sterling reputation for the food they provide. Over 150 flavors of bratwurst, a wide selection of marinated chicken and pork chops, meat and cheese trays, and a 40-foot meat and deli case full of fresh-cut meats cut daily. Come and schedule a special event meal for any budget on your next visit. Be sure to check our Facebook page for store hours and in-store specials.
Mitchell Enterprises Corporation is a trucking and feed sales company located in Bluffton, Indiana. Owner Luke Bright is a lifetime resident of Adams County and proudly sells a variety of show feeds and supplements. Sunglow and Linder show feeds are the most popular among other supplements and livestock care that they stock daily. Mitchell Enterprises would be happy to help with any of your feed needs and are always looking to hire CDL drivers in the area. Contact Luke and his team at 260-353-1050 or check them out at mitchellenterprises.com.
Since opening Miller Land Surveying in 2005, we've grown to not only service Adams County, but the entire Northeast Indiana region. Business growth has led us to expand with additional field crews, advanced technology, locations in both Monroe and Fort Wayne. Miller Land Surveying partners with various clients to aid in residential and commercial real estate transactions, development of schools, industrial parks, subdivisions, various commercial development projects, and more. At Miller Land Surveying, precision and professionalism is where we draw the line.
With origins dating back to 1931, National Oil and Gas is a regional provider of bulk tank fuel deliveries to farmers, home heating oil deliveries to consumers, and gasoline to service stations. Our solid business practices and longevity have established us as a main force in the fueling industry. And at National Oil and Gas, our goal is to use our God-given talents and resources to serve our customers and communities each and every day. Contact us today for all your petroleum needs and how we can service you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Greenfield here at Shenandoah High School, the home of the Raiders. Great host. Absolutely great time up in this press box. Accommodated us as well with some good subs and beverages and plenty of space and utilities as well. Again, big shout out to Principal Greg Allen and Athletic Director Todd Salkowski. Great experience here. But Brendan and I were joining here on this Keystone Cooperative postgame show. This postgame show is brought to you by the Keystone Monroe Energy Team in Monroe, Indiana. Stop by our office at 221 West 100 South Monroe or call us today at 260-692-6111 for any fuel, propane, or grease and oil needs. Brandon, I know Coach Kunkel's coming up here right now. He's showing his track, his endurance, his 3 miles a day endurance coming up here. What's your quick thoughts on this contest?
Quick thoughts. Great game by both teams. Both teams made some costly penalties down the stretch, but they both persevered. I mean, it was tight here and there. Then, Bluffton came out second quarter, and I thought it was going to be a little, they were rolling them. And then Shenandoah comes back, and so it was just a great game by both teams. That's all I got.
I mean, 2 for 2, you and me, with some absolute classic Bluffton Tiger football games. This one, fortunately for Bluffton faithful, coming out with the victory. But, yeah, I mean, just we're talking a little bit with assistant coach Denny Squires, former player as well, been around the programs. And the other guys coming down, Trent White, Andy's probably like, man, this is not the same Shenandoah Bluffton game that we had back in '94. But just absolutely exciting. Again, there's a tenacity to this victory. Tigers just didn't really back down, and again, bent, but didn't necessarily break. Maybe they did, but they were able to mend it back together. So as Kunkel's kind of making his way up here, again, you said it yourself, I'm sure you were in these types of games. This is just going to be one that's going to be remembered by this team, by these players for quite a long time. And it's just fun to be able to bring it to you guys at home if you weren't able to make this drive down here. But we do have Coach Kunkel making his way up. Brandon, I do want to warn you on when you get this headset back, by the way.
Coach, hey, good job. Hey, fun game to watch. Made it worth the price of admission. Hey, I know you're going to be upset with all those penalties. Don't say tomorrow you don't want fun. Hey, you still roll out of here with the dub, and you make all those. It's well worth it. Hey, safe trip home.
So, Coach Kunkel, thank you for joining us here tonight. I think you guys may have heard a little bit about that as well. Yeah, I mean, we got to talk about that, the penalties. But first, I mean, what a big win. I mean, coming on a long road trip and back against the wall early on.
How many times?
Yeah.
How many times was the back against the wall?
And just powering through to this victory.
Hey, first off, hats off to Shenandoah, man. What an incredible high school football game.
Yeah.
I was joking with the Bluffton fans as I made my way this way. Sorry we didn't make it worth the drive for you tonight. Just an incredible game by both teams. Number 14, their quarterback, he is a stud. I wish I knew his name. I'm sure you shouted him out several times, but he could play for about anybody on our schedule, that's for sure. So big up front, came to hit. It was just one of those games, man. It's just, I told him we just found a way. We didn't deserve to win this game by any means. Obviously we've got a lot of things to clean up before we go against Manchester next week and obviously into a tough conference schedule. But I told them, I'd rather make those changes and improvements at 1-0 than 0-1. But just hats off to Shenandoah. Hats off to our kids, for finding a way and battling. You said back against the wall, and it was first quarter 14-0, and then I only had, 3 possessions in the second half, maybe, to come out with points on 2 of those. Just like I said, hats off to our kids.
Yeah, and I just really that seemed like that middle part of the game. It seemed like the defense just really kind of turned a corner and just really kind of gritted their teeth.
Sure.
And I just wanted, the big senior heavy on the back end, but especially Jake Booch and Griffin Morgan. I feel like I didn't say their name in the first quarter.
Right.
But in that second quarter, especially Griff, but Jake a lot too, just kind of all over the place, hands in the kitchen in every single play.
Yeah, and it's pretty common for the first game. You come out and you have that huge adrenaline shot because you've been waiting 200 and some odd days to get back on the field after your last game. So that's a very common thing. You kind of have to just muddle through there in that second quarter, first quarter. And defense, came out, and Coach Colquhoun would be the first to admit, didn't play very well, weren't very sharp to start. They beat us on a wheel route that we just jumped the wrong guy, and it's just things that we rep all summer, and one of those things, they caught us. I mean, hats off to them, they made a good play, but the good news is, again, we found a way to make our way through it, but we talk all the time in the summer about that adrenaline drop in the second quarter, so we were expecting that. I would have liked to see us push through a little bit better. We obviously did offensively. We rattled off 20 straight there. I think, were they all in the second quarter? But,
they were, yeah.
So obviously we rebounded offensively. Defense, they'll improve.
And finding a way to win. I don't know. I think you made history tonight. I think this is the first time Bluffton football has ever found a way to win with a field
on a field goal
by a freshman, with a freshman placeholder as well.
And a freshman who was playing soccer and PE and didn't practice since Monday. So, but the only kick, Michael, that he made last night in practice was on the left hash from about 30 yards, and I'm not kidding. It was something point that Colkman looked at me and said, "Hey, make a note, left hash." He was good. Got it to the left hash, and I mean, you have to try it.
Yeah.
Kid's got a great leg. He's knocked a couple in from 40 or so in practice. His dad being the special teams coach is a little icing on the cake, but phenomenal kick by Ethan. Great place to get down there. Wish we probably could have handled the clock better. I'm not sure who called our last time out, to be honest with you, because it wasn't anybody from our sideline. That was a frustrating thing, but again, chip stack against you, find a way.
Yeah, and that was kind of something we were wondering as well. But again, sometimes you got to you can't simulate these situations, so you got to get it up front. Next week at home against Manchester.
Right.
Last year at the Squires, it was quite the chaotic night. Glad I wasn't at that one.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Not many people were after a 2-hour lightning delay.
So what's kind of the mindset going in hosting the Squires?
Yeah, obviously we'll get on the bus. We'll start getting that film uploaded. They're a traditional opponent for us, someone we're familiar with. They're going to present some good things offensively with their option game, but it'll be a good opponent for us. Open up the season at home. I'm not going to lie to you, Michael. I haven't really spent too much time looking at them. I know they're going to run flex bone and things like that. They'll probably give us a forefront defensively, but that's what tomorrow's for. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, get flag football rolling, come watch a little Taylor invite cross country, and then we'll start getting on Manchester.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Again, thank you for the exciting season opener.
Yeah.
Well worth the drive. Glad we were able to make this one.
I'm glad you guys made the drive. Glad the Bluffton fans made the drive. For those watching at home, hopefully Cora's in bed by now, Coach, but I doubt she is. But if she's watching,
well,
get to bed.
There's a few of them that were here at this game, so I doubt they left this one.
I got you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Coach.
How was Locke on color?
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, was he? Was he good? Right.
Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun doing it. I mean,
I'll have to go back and critique him. I've been his coach for a long time, so I'll have to go back and check that color. He's probably questioning some of those running calls too. All right, appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Sorry
Coach.
about the sweat here, Locke.
All right, so thank you, Coach Kunkel. Always great with the interview. I've really appreciated getting to know him over the years as a co-teacher, as a coach on track, as commentator with football, and as a parent of one of my cross-country runners with Cora as well. So, Brandon, I guess hearing that, any kind of final thoughts or stat breakdown, then we'll get to that player of the game.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit on a few stats here. Total yards for Bluffton, 396 yards, almost 400 yards of offense. Shenandoah had 329, so both teams were moving the ball. Bluffton, 210 passing with Shenandoah at 197. Now we had rushing for Bluffton, 186. Shenandoah, 132. Bluffton, 6.4 yards per rush, Michael.
Ooh.
Shenandoah, 4.3. So both teams were rushing as well. But here's the kicker. Bluffton, 10 penalties, 67 yards. Shenandoah, 8 for 55. That just tells you first game.
Yeah, it's just both offenses definitely have a lot of potential to hurt a lot of teams. Different weapons. And, I want to shout out Shenandoah. They graduated a lot of weapons. And they definitely showed, we've still got plenty in the tank. Bluffton bringing back most of theirs and most of them contributing to it. So, again, a great, fun game. Glad that you guys were able to join us. I'm glad that we were – okay, so – I got a text from Scott Vanderkolk watching. I guess Dan Pressler kicked a 40-yard field goal at Southern Wells in a junior varsity game freshman year. So, not varsity, but still, still kind of neat.
Yeah.
So, I guess that final thing is I do have a bus in about 8 hours I got to catch. We do got to name that Berne Witness Player of the Game, sponsored by FM Investments Raymond James. For investments, finances, or retirement planning, call 260-368-9939 to set up an appointment at FM Investments Raymond James. So, I think we got to do it.
Yep.
I think we got to do it. Who's our player of the game, Brandon?
freshman kicker, Ethan Ribbich.
I mean, just absolutely ice in his veins. And we kind of said it during the broadcast, early in the broadcast, too. Like, this is why he's out here on this football team. Give the Tigers that option. Coach Kunkel said, you got to trust them. You got to try it because you may need that situation later on in the season. I think every single one of the assistant coaches who came down was like, I would not have handled that situation nearly as well.
Yep.
So, again, thank you, Brandon. It was definitely a pleasure. Looking forward to calling some more road action with you. Thank you to Aiden Teeple. I thought you did a great job on camera for us. We will be back on air next week. Should be Ryan Walker on the main call as the Bluffton Tigers will open up the season at Fred F. Park Field in the Jungle against the Manchester Squires. Thank you for joining us here on Witness Media.